nigga high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast for you. I am the nigga, young dog. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era baby, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, living dreams. Now they zoned out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted defeat. Back in the day, the rock had them wild and free. Different story now, they got no energy. The new drugs got them slow with the hit unload. Out close and they don't dance no more. Block used to be jumping, type shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am the nigga, young dog. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more, it's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Crack had us pop, even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off, shit just don't hit the same.
I am the nigga, young dog. I am that nigga, John God. Welcome. Good morning, y'all. This is the morning roast. I am your host, driving coast to coast, HB2N. Man. I'm in Kansas City right now. It is currently 55 degrees out here, sunny morning, Tuesday, March 25th. Hope everybody is doing good. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Hood Conservative early in the chat. Dan, you're Innate Ways, salute. My nigga, Brian Nichols, salute, man. Yeah, I'm out in dirty ass Kansas City right now. Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas. And yeah, working with a bunch of Mexicans. You know, it is crazy how these people don't speak a lick of English, but when it comes to the language of work, yeah, these motherfuckers know how to work. They know that language. You know, they be doing that little always whistling and making weird noises and shit. Hey, papi, park there, papi. But yeah, man, it's a great morning so far. I don't know about y'all, but you know, I got my workout in early this morning. I was at a random truck stop. It was this cockeyed Indian guy working there. And you know, we always talk about how the migrants, the way that they live is just way different. So it's this cockeyed Indian guy working at this truck stop, right? So he was like, it's $10 to park here. I was like, cool. You know, sent them the $10. He works, it's at like a 7-Eleven, and they own the parking spot or the parking lot next to it. So I'm getting up this morning, and this motherfucker got out of a truck. Like, he's working at the 7-Eleven, controls the parking lot, and this nigga sleeps overnight in a truck at the parking lot. Like, I don't know if y'all realize, like, this motherfucker is getting to the bag. He's literally sleeping at the parking lot and working at the 7-Eleven. Like, Yo, these migrants, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, these niggas is different. These niggas is different. This nigga cockeyed Indian guy, but he got to figure it out. He ain't going to his mansion, leaving after work. Nah, this motherfucker sleeps in a truck. I don't even think the truck works. Oh shit. I don't even think the truck works. He just have it sitting up there so he could sleep in it. Like, bro, these motherfuckers, this is the beauty of America, man. If all you care about and focus on is the bag, you gonna get to it, man. This nigga know he cockeyed it. He looked crazy. Nigga was in like a 1978 Kenworth, just sleeping in it. That shit was wild. That shit blew my mind. We getting up at the same time. That shit, like, hey, what's going on? You slept here? You slept here? God damn, that nigga. Yeah, man. So all in all, man, just make sure you get to the bag because cockeyed Indian motherfuckers is coming here and getting straight to it. They ain't complaining. They ain't complaining about their women. That nigga's getting to the bag. He gonna get that eye surgery and get that cockeye fixed immediately. He gonna get it knocked 70 degrees to the left. He'll be straight. He'll be straight. Get that cockeye fixed. But yeah, that shit blew my mind, man. It's like when you be out here, some of the shit that you see, it just gives you a whole different perspective on life, man. Makes me realize how fucking lazy I am sometimes. I'm like, God damn. This motherfucker's sleeping in the truck to hold down the parking spots, the parking lot. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. We need to come together and go in on a fucking truck stop, man. We need to go in on a goddamn truck, like a parking truck stop it with a parking lot. Charge motherfuckers. Yeah, man. Latino for Trump. Yeah, you're right, man. Some people just don't have that hustle in them like that, man. This shit is crazy. Nando said he probably owned the 7-Eleven too. Yeah, man. If he didn't own it, definitely his family owned it. And he was working that motherfucker. I walked into the 7-Eleven. That motherfucker was working there too. I was like, God damn. God damn. Oh, child. We got here for the tea. Oh, child. Oh. Here for the tea. Good morning. Good morning. Here for the tea. Beautiful black queen, black sister. My sister in Christ here for the tea. She's so lovely, y'all. Oh, child. Oh.
Yeah. Did you get vaccinated?
Oh. Anyway, we're gonna get to this morning roast. We got a lot of topics. Hopefully Universal Jones will be pulling up. He may have some things going on this morning. So, but of course we got John Galt in the building. First though, I do need you guys to please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. And as always, hit the Cash App, $ HB2N. We're gonna play a very quick song real quick. This is the EDM. We're gonna turn up a little bit. We're gonna play the EDM Stanley mix. And just so you guys know, this is actually live footage of Mr. John Galt driving through DC on an EDM track. Remember, you are at the Urban Landlord on YouTube, so please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and if you want to help sponsor this episode, hit the Cash App, $ HB2N.
Dude, I want you to be as smart as I am. Motherfucker, give me a... Dude, I want you to be as smart as I am. Motherfucker, give me a... Dude, I want you to be as smart as I am. Motherfucker, give me a... Dude, I want you to be as smart as I am. Motherfucker, give me a specific... Dude, I want you to be as smart as I am. Motherfucker...
Come on out, you rapist!
Dude, I want you to be as smart as I am.
John Galt, good morning, man.
What's up, HB? What's up?
What's going on, man? What's
Man,
going on?
I was reading here for the T's message, man. It was a long day yesterday.
Yeah, you did, man. Yeah, that was like a chronicle yesterday, man. That was a goddamn chronicle, man.
A marathon.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Yo, and to think that at the end of all of that, he still was able to come up with that bread, man. Still was able to come up with that bread. That just lets you know, man, John, man, these niggas be playing, man. They be playing.
You know what I mean? That urgency, you should have put that urgency, long time ago in getting the money instead of, waiting to the last minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you back it up against the wall. What's up, Universal?
What's up, gentlemen? Sorry, I'm tardy.
Nah, man. You're a great father, man. Fatherhood comes first, man. I'm already knowing, man.
What's going on?
Handle that business, man.
Not much, man. Toddlers get fevers, and that's what happened. So it was a long night, but I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right. Hold on a second, chat. I need y'all to put some prayer hands in the chat for Universal's toddler. We need some prayer hands. I need to see some prayer hands. We're praying for the babies, man. She got a fever. Is this her first fever?
No. Well, she's 3, so they get fevers all the time, man. And when they're in daycare, those are little, germ-infested places. So any given time to get a fever, so she'll be all right. She's gonna overcome this. She'll be back at daycare hopefully tomorrow because I can't deal with her for 2 days back to back. I'm gonna have to call her mama up, but yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
We had a date yesterday in Universal. Huh? You never know how.
Oh man, John, man, I popped in a few times. He was still going, man. I'm like, what was the final result? Did he actually send some bread? What happened,
bro? Let me see if I can. He just texted me, by the way.
Oh, he's still going.
Bro, yesterday. Is that right? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, he sent me between yesterday and what was it yesterday? Monday? Yesterday was Monday. Between yesterday and Sunday, he sent me it looked like $300. Is that what it is? 300?
Okay, you scraped up 300. That's good.
$355, and now he said he has another $300. But the problem is, like, he still doesn't have, sufficient income.
He's still like $600 short.
Right, and then he's still working the same old bullshit job where he's gonna have a problem on Friday, getting paid again. So it's probably better for him to take that 300 and go somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend a whole fucking day talking to this nigga on the stream.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing, man. Cause it's like the time you spent talking to this nigga, that's not worth it. Like to me, that shit ain't worth it, man. Like hearing this nigga sob stories, that shit does something to your spirit, man. Hearing a nigga crying all day like that, man. You got Lindy Lou feeling, crying and stuff. You know how sensitive Lindy Lou is, man.
The first time maybe around, it's cool for content, but shit. Coming up Friday, we'll be hearing this shit again. We want to hear this shit again. If you want to hear it in the chat, let me know. We'll do it again Friday. Anyway, what you got on tap for us today, Universal?
Oh man, we got all types of craziness today. You guys want to lead off with what we've kind of finished with yesterday, which was Juju Watkins. We have an update, unfortunate update.
Oh yeah, that was brutal, man.
Painful.
That was brutal.
I don't think we're going to be able to show the actual clip because it is ESPN, but we will give a little update of what has happened. For those of you who were not watching college basketball last night, unfortunately, Juju Watkins, who we also talked about because she had an interesting interaction with Jaden Daniels, who's the quarterback of the Washington Commanders, and Jaden Daniels' mama, who wasn't playing that. But unfortunately, last night, Juju Watkins tore her ACL, and she is going to be out for the rest of the tournament and probably is going to miss some of the season next year with this ACL injury as she makes a comeback. And what I wanted to pose to you guys, not just to talk about the injury, is what do you all think what is the pivot going to be, all puns intended, for Jamal, what's his name, Jamal Clark, whatever, Ryan Clark. What will the pivot be for this race narrative that they've been pushing around Juju Watkins and Caitlin Clark? And now that Juju's down, she can't play. Will ESPN be able to pivot that narrative? Will they also be able to give shine to some of the white girls who are balling, like Paige Buckner? Shout out to Minnesota. Are they going to champion her as they've been championing Juju? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
I think it was a ACL injury, so I think probably what's going to happen is they're going to somehow blame this on white supremacy, the system of white supremacy. Maybe I don't know. They're going to somehow blame it on white people, like her ACL. The trainers were, they don't have as much compassion for black women. Something is going to go down. And we're here for the T-Road. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking her mama put some juju on her, put a little bit of that voodoo.
I forgot about that.
Mama put some voodoo on her, some juju. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. This is a really big hit for women's basketball, man, because honestly, women's basketball is on the uptrend. I know a lot of men, they kind of, they don't want to accept it. But honestly, to me, women's basketball is almost as entertaining as men's basketball these days. I mean, there's not really, the women are pretty masculine, the men are pretty feminine. There's not really that much of a difference, honestly.
Let me ask you this. How will it affect her draft status?
Oh, it won't. She's a sophomore, so she'll get drafted next April. She'll be healthy by then, so I think she'll still go number one for sure.
Oh, okay. Now that would have been interesting if she was coming out this year. How would have?
Oh yeah, that'd be a big story.
Yeah, kind of a Willis McGahee kind of situation going on. Remember Willis McGahee?
Absolutely. Salute to the Hurricanes.
Salute to the small hat agent. Got him, man, with basically one leg. When they got it, they hyped him, right? You remember that, Universal?
Yeah, I remember that, man. I was a big Hurricanes fan.
Yeah, it was pretty slick what they did, but he worked out. He played pretty well. Yeah, it's a big injury for this girl. She's bigger than I thought she was. I looked at her on the court, like she looks feminine, kind of small next to Jane Daniels, but she got some thighs on her.
Yeah. She's what is she, like 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, she's about 6'1". She's
Yeah. That's a big girl. That's a big girl right there.
But still, I think she's a plus for women's basketball because she's cute. Like she's very, very cute.
Yeah.
And she's very marketable. I don't know if people been paying attention. She's in a lot of commercials, so she's getting money. Honestly, if I was her, I would just stay in college basketball for a fourth year and just keep getting those NLI checks.
NIL,
NIL, because you're gonna make more money in college than you are at the WNBA at this point. So why even make that jump?
Yeah, that's freaking interesting right there. That they're making more money in college than professional basketball.
I always thought if you're half decent looking, why aren't these women trying to, just have a baby with some of these NBA players? Have a super baby. I never got that.
That's what Candace Parker did.
I don't know if they look good enough.
Some of them do. Some of them look good enough. There are some really cute girls, and it's but just as like an investment, just get knocked up by one of these NBA player niggas, man. I don't know.
They probably see the dark side of those NBA players that most people don't see. They probably see the real dark side. What you got up for is Universal? Oh, these are beautiful NBA players.
So here are some of the beauties that have graced the courts of the WNBA over the last few years. Top of the list, we see Skylar Diggins-Smith. Well, I don't know if people remember when she was hot in college, she had some naughty videos and photos come out. So I don't know if those are still around the internet, but there was a time. We have T. Cooper, who they did not do her any justice in this photo. She looks way better than that. And then where's her name? Oh, Cameron Brink. That's the one that the white guys love. Cameron Brink. Now she's tall. She's tall and lanky, but she's got that model look to her.
I like Liz Cambage, man.
Yep.
That one, man. I'm not gonna lie. I would if I saw her out in real life, I'll probably shoot my shot at Liz. She actually opened up an OnlyFans, and she said she made more in a week on OnlyFans than she did in a year playing WNBA.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah,
that is insane.
Yeah, she's about 6'8" though, so that's a lot of woman right there, man.
That's a whole lot of woman.
That's a lot of woman. Yeah, that's a big.
But she's pretty though. She's a big, pretty woman. That's an Amazon right there.
Yeah, it is a big woman.
That's a big. Yeah, there she go. That's a big. That's a big.
It's a lot of women.
That's a lot of.
It's a lot.
That's too much for you, John.
She put her legs around your neck, John. You done. It's an anaconda, man. She's gonna strangle you.
I guess John don't want all the things. He don't want all the things. Some of the things.
Yeah, some of the things.
That is a big bitch right there, man. God damn. But yeah. There are some. I really don't. I think the part of what makes women's sports good, I think, is like the competition. And I think what separates it from the NBA and what I actually like, and I think a lot of people aren't really seeing, is that, all the black women, all the black lesbians, they kind of hate Caitlin Clark. But that's kind of what you need in sports. You need that rivalry, even if it's just based on politics and race. That rivalry is really what sells shit. And I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing for sports.
Yeah, no, it's not the old Larry Bird, Magic Johnson type thing. Yeah, no, I agree with you. University still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I absolutely agree. We need rivalries. That's one of the reasons why this year's March Madness for the men's tournament isn't doing as well, is there's no rivalries. There's also no stars, right? So they are just hoping for spectacular games and big plays and things of that nature. I don't know if people have been paying attention, but the women's tournament has gotten a lot more attention than the men's this year, just because they have stars. There, people want to see these women. They wanted to see Juju. They want to see Paige. They want to see Van Halen down at TCU. These are all pretty girls, by the way, but they also can ball. And I think that if the WNBA can follow that train and continue to hype these women up and get away from some of the social justice, they may have a shot moving forward.
Yeah, no, I think a win for the WNBA would be just breaking even. Honestly, if they could just break even, that's a fucking huge win right there. And yo, John, I'm at this recycling plant, and I'm looking in this trash heap, and there's a bunch of Harris want signs. I'm looking at like 3 of them right now. This is hilarious.
Get one, HB.
I don't know if I could do that, man. There's too many Mexicans around. Negro stealing. Negro stealing.
Negro era Wando. I think that's it.
Negro stealing.
Yesterday. Did I get it right, Latino? Negro era Wando. Era Wanda. Some shit like that. Negro stealing. I like that.
Yeah. I like this. I like how catty the WNBA and women's sports is in general, man. I think it adds because the guys, they're all like friends and shit. That shit is kind of gay, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Everybody cool with each other in the NBA. They all fuck the same bitches and shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit ain't cool, man.
Now they don't have rivalries anymore, do they?
Nah, they don't, man. So like everybody's just cool with each other. It's not even real competition. Like they all getting paid. They don't really care.
Mm-mm.
I think the women got something more to fight for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a little bit more money, I guess.
The women also have an interesting angle because some of them date each other. So they be in these like little battles and shit on the court. It's entertaining. When you find all the tea, salute to here for the tea. Ooh, child. When you hear the tea and you understand some of these inner dynamics of these players that used to date this and this is that ex-girlfriend, they be throwing elbows and stuff. That stuff is hilarious, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw one that I guess how teams get in a little scuffle, and I think one of the girlfriends was on the opposite team. So it's like, how do you fight your girlfriend if she's all that kind of stuff? So that is kind of interesting.
The other thing that's quiet as is kept is sometimes the coaches be dating the players too. So it just gets even crazier. It's super messy.
It's like a soap opera for real.
Yeah, that's gross, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't get how like a young girl could eat an old woman's pussy. I just don't. I don't get that. I can see how an old woman would eat a young girl's pussy, but not like I don't know, man. Something about like lesbians, it's just kind of weird to me, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I used to be in it when I was younger, but now that I'm older, it's just like, man, y'all are playing yourselves, man. Y'all just playing around, man. Just stop it.
I did want to get your guys' opinion this morning. Since we are talking about women that can ball, what about women that can fight? I would like for you gentlemen to play a little game with me this morning, if you will indulge. Pick your top three. Pick your top three of this list here. Who would you go for in these lineups?
Ooh, man.
Pick your top three.
All right, I'm going for 4, 7, and 12. I like 12 too. The bottom right. Yeah, 4, 7, and 12.
4, 7, and 12 for HB. What you got, John? What you got? Chat, put in your top three as well, chat. We're talking about women who like to get it down, whether it's in the streets or on the court. Well, who would you select?
Number 7, maybe 9, 12.
Okay, 7, 9, and 12 for John. Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
And number one ain't bad either. Number one ain't bad.
Yeah, number one looks the most fun, but the most dangerous. So I'm gonna pass on her. She look like she go F you up real quick.
Yeah, any bitch that'll smile in a mugshot, man. That'll should get you up out of there in a second. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I will say this, gentlemen. It's interesting that we definitely have one in common. So I'm gonna go 2, 7. So 7 got all 3 of our pick, and 12. I like 12. 12 and 9 are kind of a tie for me, but 12's lips just outbeat her for me. So I'm gonna go with 12.
All right, Dan, you said 8 will F you up. Yeah, she looked like she didn't got niggas knocked off, man. That's a setup bitch right there.
She's shooting herself.
Latino said 5, 9, and maybe 3. Okay, I see what's going on. Here for the T said 5, 6, and 11. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 6.
She picked the ugliest one.
Yes, T. Yeah, T. I don't know about that one, T. Ooh, child. T like him a little rough. T like a little roughneck.
Someone said number 4. I can see number 4. Yeah, she's kind of cute.
Yeah. That's who I picked. I picked 4, 7, and 12. That's my picks right there.
Yeah, that's all her hair too. Yeah.
Yeah. 4 is yeah.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah.
T, if you could pick one for each one of your sons, which one would each one of your sons have? Go, son 1 takes this number, son 2 takes this number.
T probably said none of them for his sons.
Who can the sons bring home, T? Who can the sons bring home?
I guess I would go with 4. She looks probably least dangerous, innocent.
Yeah.
And number 7, she look like she got a little dark side to her, but I probably would go with her.
Have either of you guys ever dated a girl that's been in prison?
No, sir.
Yeah, no. I dated a girl who did 2 years, and she did 2 years because she had a boyfriend that would keep like drugs at her crib, and then her crib got raided, and they wanted her to roll over on her boyfriend, and she wouldn't roll over on him, so they gave her 2 years for that.
Damn.
Sounds like Breonna Taylor.
Yeah. That's why I didn't judge her too badly. You know, I was like, kind of trustworthy. You know, shit.
She's just keeping it dope.
Yeah, that's all. She's just keeping it dope.
Storage place.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, thank you for indulging. Maybe we'll bring this back later if I find another one of these lineups. But I was like, oh, look at this. Look at these pretty felons right here. Amazing.
Mugshot.
Risk it all. Would you risk it all, gentlemen?
Number 4.
Number 4. Number 7.
What you got up next for us, Universal?
Well, since we're talking about risking lives and risking it all, we do have some unfortunate news that's been going on out here. So you guys are familiar with Passport Bros, I believe, correct? You guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So these gentlemen, they've been out here really just doing their thing, trying to explore the world, see what the world has to offer them. But recently, we've had a Passport Bro who found himself in a little bit of trouble in Thailand. Yeah, he was out in Thailand. He was doing his thing, living his best black life, and he ran into another woman who was not allowing him to do his thing the way that she wanted him to. So here's the story.
Hold on.
Oh, by the way, he is from your neck of the woods, or one of your old neck of the woods, HB. So you might know this gentleman. He is from Chicago. So we have Chicago Passport Bro gets cut up by Thai sex worker with 2 knives, not 1, 2. She had 2 knives because he didn't want to pay. So she turned the condo into Mortal Kombat.
Oh man.
Now, I believe we should be able to show this video. I'm a little hesitant, but I think we'll get away with most of it. It's not too graphic.
Yeah,
If it gets too
any blood or anything, right?
If it gets
There's no
too
blood.
crazy, I'll pause it and we'll leave it there. But I'm gonna turn the audio off just for keeps it, because I don't know. World Star can throw some music behind stuff. But here we go. So as you can see,
it's a nice little hallway.
so yeah, it's a nice little tie hallway. You know, they're getting it cracking up in that room. You know, it's where the magic happens, and all of a sudden,
Oh,
that's a
wow.
strong one. Look at that. She got that.
Whoa,
Ooh.
Yeah,
She was trying to kill him.
yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
Damn.
I don't blame her, man.
Oh shit! Close combat with a knife.
He threw that knife down the hall. Smart move.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
she is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have kept that knife. Ain't throwing
Man.
shit.
Do the other one. Get HB ever dragged the chick out the room like that?
not like that. Not like that. Damn. Damn, she kicking him in the junk. Damn. Wow. Damn, yo, she is like the Terminator, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look like Diddy in that hotel.
yeah, she put up a really good fight though.
You think that was a woman?
One of
That's
my
a good point.
questions. That was
That's
one of
a-
my questions. It is
That's a good
Tyler.
point. Yeah, that is a good point. That might be a lady boy. That might be a lady boy.
That was a very strong Thai girl. Now she could have took
it
some
was.
taekwondo or something, you know. But hey, man, she was pretty strong.
You know, I think the bigger thing with this is why do niggas always want to stiff the sex workers?
Exactly.
Niggas never want to pay for the sex workers. I mean, you're already in Thailand, bro. It's like $30 out there, man. What's
It's
wrong
that.
with
It might be $30 for the whole week.
Maybe you realize he was a man.
you? Yeah.
You ain't paying for this shit. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. I'm not paying for that. Yeah, you might got a point there, John.
Mm.
You know, the thing is, like, I hear that I was reading about this video, like the laws over there are, they're not like they are over here. All that, self-defense and all this stuff that we have here. It's a little different over there. You could still find yourself in trouble, even if you were defending yourself.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't pay for sex like that, but if I did, I'm gonna make sure everything checks out anatomy wise, before I get into that, because you never know with some of these chicks these days, man. You can't tell, And you gotta be careful. I don't know, man.
Hood said he had to make a similar eviction.
Uh-oh.
He's dragging her by the foot.
Yeah, you gotta get him up out of there.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
As things keep progressing the way they are in the dating market, expect to see more crazy stuff like this. What do you guys think about the passport bros? Do you think that their run's coming to an end? Or are they just getting started? I know it's been happening for, probably about a decade outwardly, but men have always traveled and had sex. But what do you guys think about this concerted effort of black men traveling the world to find sexual conquest?
I think honestly, I think it's like a white man's game. I think if you're really gonna be a passport bro, you gotta move to that country and learn the language, like learn the culture if you're really gonna be a passport bro. But I think for a lot of black men, they're just going for sex. They not real passport bros. They just going to get some cheap coochie. That's all it really is to me.
Well, but that's typically what they are, right? They're passport, bro. They use their passport to go to third world countries and sleep with women. Ain't that how that works? Right?
Yeah. But I think they do it under the guise is like, I'm trying to find love and I'm trying to, these black women ain't shit. I'm going to find me a fit, feminine woman. Like, we just saw this woman almost beat this man's ass. She ain't feminine. Like, So it's I think it's just kind of like just a sex trade, really. But you know,
What kind of men would go say on the pass? What kind of men are passport bros?
honestly, kind of like lame ass niggas to a certain extent. just from my perspective, because I mean, if you're just traveling just for sex, like, bro, I'm not about to hop on an international flight to get some pussy, man. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
like
that's
it ain't.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, nah. Not just like, but I mean, if you like, let's say you meet a woman in a different country and you want to move to that country to marry her and stuff, I'm not mad at that. Or you want to be with her, but you know, don't
But
bring
those
her
women
ass
wanna
back.
be here. Don't those women want to be here? Like
Not
you can.
necessarily. Not
Mm,
necessarily.
mm,
Not necessarily. Sometimes it's just like, you know, like the income. Like let's say like, you know, you have that type of income where you could live in a different country.
mm.
It don't really matter where you live at if you got
Right.
that income. If you got that
Mhm.
American dollar, man, you can live anywhere.
Yeah, like a retiree type. Yeah, I could see him going down to Panama.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch it was this old black guy who moved out to I don't know, I think it was like it might have been Thailand or Vietnam, and he had this young little Asian chick, and they would go live and she'd be giving him massages and stuff. He's old as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can
But
see
you
that.
know, he moved out there, he retired out there, got him a nice little wife. And I think that, you know, that's if I was gonna do something like that, that's how I would do it.
You know, I see a lot of, I used to read a lot of the Passport Bros blogs or whatever on Facebook. And they were like the Spanish men who spoke Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And they would go down there, like you say, kind of ingratiate themselves in the culture. And it would be kind of natural they would get a woman because women are looking for American men, presumably because American men have money. And then there are the guys that go there, they're just blind, ignorant about the culture, everything. Just like, yo, what hoes at?
Yeah.
And then you hear about those guys getting like scoped and shit. You ever heard of that? Scoped?
Yeah.
Scopamine or some shit they put in your drink. And I think it's like a 2 or 3 different categories there of these passport bros. And one of them, the one group they're going down there just for sex. Yeah, that's kind of disgusting. To fly that far,
Yeah, that's gross, man. I'm sorry. And then third world coochie too, man. Like, bro, nah, I don't know, man. I just can't see it, man. I've been to Puerto Rico before, man, and I don't know, man. Yeah, the women are beautiful over there, but I don't know, man. That third world, like coochie is different, man. It's a little gamey, you know. It's a little.
It's a little feral.
It's a little feral, man. It ain't. It ain't. I don't know. I just don't think. I really do believe like the best women are probably in America, for the most part.
Hmm.
For the most part. You know,
The
you
best
definitely
woman.
can find. You
The
can
best
definitely.
one, yeah.
Yeah. The best ones for me, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually agree with HB. I think guys who just either lack a lot of confidence or just lame do this. I think it's become a trend though too. Like lately, where guys like this dude right here, he looks like he's in really good shape. He doesn't look too tall because this Thai chick sized him up pretty well, but he looks like he can get women. I would assume he could get women here. He shouldn't have to be hopping over to Thailand to get some. So I don't know, man. But I don't know. I never. Every time I've gone out of the country, I brought a woman with me, so I don't know nothing about this lifestyle.
How much does it cost to fly over there?
To Thailand?
Yeah. Probably like 15.
Yeah, it's under 2,000 for sure.
Yeah.
Like the whole trip's probably gonna cost you like maybe 2,400.
Yeah.
For the hotel and everything.
Yeah, food, it's cheap. Yeah, Thailand's cheap as hell, man. That's why these dudes go over there because these chicks cost like $60 for a weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, these chicks is cheap. You can get what you can get here for the 40 ball. You can get for a whole weekend over there.
Yeah. They'll be you stay out there for a week. They'll be your girlfriend for the whole week, John.
Yep, $80.
Damn.
Less than the cost of John's room for a day.
Nah, seriously.
What the DR women? I heard they're pretty cheap too. Like, what do the DR women cost?
They're probably a little bit more expensive because they're closer to the U.S., but it's
Yeah,
still cheap.
nah, they're still cheap. Yeah, compared to women in America, yeah, they're cheap. And that, I mean, you can literally rent them for a whole week. You know, like they'll pretend to be your girlfriend, cook for you, all types of shit. You know, clean up.
Shit, they might come with the Airbnb
Yeah,
package
yeah.
deal.
So
Yeah.
why not just go to the DR instead of Thailand?
Well, I mean, he might just be into like Asian women too.
Oh, I
you
see.
know?
Uh-huh.
You know, that's why you gotta do the the South
Divert.
America. You gotta diversify it. You gotta go to the Asian. You know, Eastern Europe. You gotta go to Africa. You know, you gotta try them all.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the guys that do go to Africa and get those women. That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If I'm gonna go travel to Thailand, I'm trying to go look at some some do sightseeing and shit. Go to the temples and stuff, and you know, I don't know.
I thought Thailand would have been more developed. I didn't know it was that third world. I've never been before.
Yeah, you know, the major cities are always gonna be developed, but once you get out of there, you know, it's a dice roll, man. You know.
Yeah, I know somebody that's over there. It's a woman though. They have like 4 major cities that are pretty well developed, and then everything else is like rural. So, like if you're in one of the major cities, you're good. They have like high speed internet, new construction, a lot of foreigners. But if you are in one of the rare places, it's something else.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good, man.
Just
You're
talking.
good. I did.
Go ahead.
I did want to bring up this picture real quick. You know, there's been like a real big trend with black men doing this, and I did want to get your guys' opinion on it. There's been this trend where guys have been they've been like spraying their hair with like this I don't know what it is. What is it, beignet or benign or something? I don't know what this is to make their haircut look more crisp.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about this, man?
it ain't for me. It ain't for me. What do you think, Universal?
Man, hey man, I need to get my haircut bad, but I don't need this bad. This is a whole new look, man. Like he's got the dreads and the fade. Now the beard is crisp. Like, I'm not gonna hate on the beard, and he's definitely got some of that stuff in there to darken it up. But he thinks he's fresh. I'm sure some lady likes it, but this is not the move. This is not the move.
Yeah, Beijing. Thank you.
Yeah, Beijing.
Did they put the hair in the back? Is that real hair?
Now that's a good question.
Yeah,
That's debatable. That's debatable.
Yeah.
That could be his hair. It also could not be. I've seen a lot of these extensions happen. So
Jesus Christ, why would they do that to themselves? You know what I mean? I was talking to a buddy of mine about Jay-Z's hair. You think that's his real hair? Or he got a piece in there or something?
No, I think he's got a piece. I think he's got a piece. You know, they said Puffy is fully gray now.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's fully gray. Yeah, I don't think any of these niggas' hair is real. Like honestly, I don't think these. I don't know, man. This shit is weird nowadays, man.
Yeah, that's Jay's hair. I don't know, a 50-something-year-old man with a full head of dreadlocked hair. I don't know. Still got the same hairline as maybe it's good genes.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. His hairline has been like coming closer and closer to his eyebrows the older he gets. I don't think that's his natural hairline. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like this trend though. The Beijing for the I don't know, man.
Yeah, I saw a guy getting his beard done with that shit. He's picking up his beard and everything like some gook or something they put on your face.
Yeah, Beijing is crazy. I haven't had to use. Thank God, I haven't had to use it, but I have seen a lot of people do it, especially in their beards.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think it's worth it. Now Beijing has gotten a lot more advanced over the years. So now you can wear it and it'll last for days. Like even if you take like a shower, it won't rinse out. So people are using it. People are using it, man. It's crazy though.
What's this shit like paint?
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
It's like a spray that that like connects to your hair follicles, so it makes it look like more filled in.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's some type of science involved in there too. I don't think it's just straight up paint, but it looks like it though. It looks like it.
Just out of curiosity, who do you think made Beijing? What ethnicity do you think created this that the Negroes love so much? Like who created?
Oh yeah, definitely the Asians. Definitely the Asians created that shit.
Google it, you know.
I think it was the Asians too. I don't know which ones. Maybe the Japanese. Somebody created it.
Yeah, because as far as like male self-care and shit, they're like 50 years above men in America. Like these dudes, remember that video we were watching yesterday where the dude was doing all that you know, whatever that little self-care
morning regiment.
Ritual.
Right.
Yeah.
He said self-care ritual.
Yeah, that self-care ritual.
Praying to the feminine gods.
Yeah, the Japanese men are way crazier. They're way crazier. Yeah. They get like, they put on makeup. They get their noses done, their eyes done, like their chins done. They're way more obsessed with that shit than we are. They're like 50 years ahead. So yeah, it's way more prevalent over there. But yeah. I just wanted to see what your guys' opinion on this is, man.
Yeah, not a good look, not a good look. But for the ladies in the chat, would you date a man? Put a 1 in the chat if you would date a man who would show up with that hairstyle. Would you approve of that particular hairstyle? Dreads in the back, fade in the front. I mean, it's kind of like the modern day black mullet. Would you approve?
Yeah.
He said nope.
I don't know, man. I grew up like during the 90s, so I still remember where, a guy would be 25 with like, a crazy receding hairline, and he would just walk out like it's nothing, 35 with a receding hairline, People forget, those early years when Jordan, he was playing out there with a damn, receding hairline before he just cut it all off.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes you gotta just let it go.
You just go bald, man.
It's weird trying to hang on, you know what I mean? To me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I had a friend like that. He started going bald, and I was just like, bro, all you gotta do is cut it all off and start hitting the gym. And he was worried about like, man, if I'm receding, and he literally did it. He started hitting the gym like 6 days out of the week, cut his head bald. Dude is a straight pussy magnet now, way more pussy than before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, man, sometimes you gotta, just let that shit go, man. Don't be stressed out about it. Dude was stressed though, because his hair was really like, it kind of started in the middle, then moved up forward. And he was like, what can I do? What can I do? I'm like, bro, you gotta just cut it all off, man. Except that baldy. Except that baldy. Start hitting the gym. These women do not care, man.
No. Yeah, man. I'm fortunate to still have my hair, but I tell you right now, when it starts getting thin, I'm going bald. I got a big head too. I'm going bald. I don't care. I'm not gonna be out here like that.
Yeah, nah, me too. I feel like I'm fortunate also. That's part of the reason why I let my shit grow out, because so many of my friends started going bald. I'm just like, man, this gonna be me one day, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be like Stanley, 60 with a head full of hair like that, man. Stanley might as well get it pressed and permed. Stanley did.
Get it pressed out.
Get it pressed out, motherfucker. Bitch, where's my money?
him and Tough Guy can relate to each other a whole nother level. Oh, I know. I already know what she like. Don't worry about that. That's old news, bro. Speaking of ladies, and good looking ladies at that, I came across something on my Facebook earlier this morning, and it reminded me of something John has talked about. I'm gonna share this image with you all, and I'm gonna read what it says. This is from one of our local black establishments. It's called the Gold Room Restaurant and Lounge. It is hood nigga shit up in there for show. But look what they're advertising outside of the lovely ladies. Minnesota, don't sleep. We got some beauties here. But look at the advertisement. Bottle Wars alert. Gold Room Saturdays presents Bottle Wars. Choose your team wisely because the winning team takes home the prize. Now, John, you might not know what a bottle war is, but we had a conversation about this similar concept not too long ago. The money fights.
The bottle girls out here.
The stunting on one another. And this is a part of the culture. And we tried to talk about it. We were shot down and made fun of. But there's this level of stunting that takes place within our culture. And we are not afraid to advertise it. So what do you all think about this bottle wars?
So it's what, who orders the most bottles wins?
Yes. The biggest bottles and the most. So really what they're saying is they want to make sure that each one of these girls comes out with 2 bottles in their hands with the flares going on. So I don't know if you ever seen videos in the club. They're coming through with the bottles and the signs. That's bottle wars. Who can order the most bottles?
So Sin 7 says bottle girls make more than strippers. We covered that here a while back. How I think Cardi B talked about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, this has been a part of the culture since I would say probably the early 2000s.
Yep.
This has been a part of the culture. I used to actually work at a lot of clubs in Detroit, and this was definitely a part of the culture early 2000s in Detroit. And you would have money fights and you would have bottle fights. And a lot of times the guys don't even drink the alcohol. They're just ordering as many bottles as they can and pouring that shit out.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
it's really insane. And I mean, the markup for these bottles are insane too.
Yeah.
Like it's really ridiculous, man. Yeah. I mean, a lot of those guys end up going to prison and doing life in jail, or killed.
That's what
So this is state to state bottle wars. New York versus Baltimore in Houston. So bring your niggas to our city and let's have bottle wars.
Wait a minute, I don't know. They just poured it out, nigga.
Yeah. John about to turn up now. John, they just poured that shit out.
I bring the content, John. I bring the content.
Man, I wouldn't even be selling it. I'd be putting just some brown flavor, brown color shit in there.
And quiet as kept. That's what a lot of clubs do, John. They'll keep the expensive bottles and put some bottom shelf shit in there. Reseal it.
Yep. That's why they come out with the sparklers. They'll plug the sparklers on top instead of the original cap.
Yep.
And then pour some bullshit in there because they just know niggas gonna pour it out.
Yeah, that's right. God damn. Because there's regulations around how you have to keep your bottles in the liquor in the bar. To prevent bar owners from doing shit like this, pouring Crown Royal and some Hennessy. And damn, that's amazing.
Yeah, these niggas get finesse, man. It's all a finesse, really. It's all a finesse.
We had the guy, was it Broke Jeans that was up here?
Yeah.
Hey, remember he wanted to do a computer store. These people are pouring down probably multiple computers down the drain.
Where the laptops at?
Right. Look at the laptops. Look at all that STEM. Right. And so, a guy like him, you see his problem trying to sell to this demographic. They will go pour money out before they go buy a fucking computer. Right. Oh man, that is a fucking man. I did not know they poured the shit. I thought the niggas drank it.
Nah. You know, a lot of niggas don't even drink alcohol
Yeah,
these days, man. A lot of,
Damn,
that's like,
and that is the thing. Like, if you can't get them to drink it, they done convince these niggas to buy it and pour it out.
yep.
Now imagine that. And these aren't cheap. Now this might be fake liquor in them, but these are not cheap alcohols, right?
The price they paid wasn't cheap. How
No,
about that?
no. Just in general, like even not the club markup. Like these are expensive bottles of alcohol.
Mhm.
Like they're drinking Casamigos, which the price has gone up because Negroes love it now. So the price has gone up on that. I see some 1942, a lot of tequila in there.
Yep.
I mean, this one dude, he got like about 8 bottles of Don Julio in his hand. Like these are not cheap bottles of drinks that these guys have.
In the liquor store, they're not cheap.
Yeah, in the regular liquor store, they're not cheap. So the club markups is crazy. I mean, each bottle is probably like $3.50. But this is Houston. This is in Houston, so there might be about like 5.
What do you think they what are they pouring it on? Is this the floor, like the carpet?
Floor and each other. And sometimes if they're in the strip club, they'll pour them on the strippers too. I have seen that.
Yeah. You see the big booty women just watching in amazement.
Uh-huh.
Look at that one in the green. Look at her.
Yeah, she's excited.
One in the green. That one look like a man.
This is what gets them excited, man, right here.
Yeah. Yeah, T says she ain't been to the club in years though. Yeah,
Yeah,
T.
yeah, 350 easy T, and that's in small cities, man. That's not even like. It depends on the club. Sometimes they have a cover, sometimes they won't. Sometimes, but for a club like this though, John, they'll make you buy a section to get in.
But it ain't enough section for all these blacks, right?
No,
Like,
but if you bring in a whole bunch of niggas with you, they ain't gonna just let you in. You got to buy a section, which means you gotta. Usually, that means you gotta pay for like at least 2 bottles. I don't know. All these clubs are a little bit different.
these people paid. They ain't just no way you just letting these people just walk in, right? You got to put.
Oh hell no! Now with man, your insurance has to be through the roof with these niggas coming in. Hell no, they ain't coming in for free. Destroying. Look, what do you imagine? What's going on that floor? Somebody slips, break their damn neck. Like you got a damn lawsuit.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
Ain't nobody.
You see why your computer didn't work?
Yeah, ain't nobody dancing either, man. This is crazy, man.
Phones out and stunting.
Bro, look, nobody's really drinking.
Nope. Well, the girls are drinking, but the guys definitely not drinking.
This is black masculinity right here.
Yeah.
What the fuck do they get out of it? I don't get what they get out of it.
They get attention in women. They get attention. Like, look at this big dude right here. He's got on Rick Owens shoes. He's holding about 8 bottles. Like that attention is worth it.
Go back to him. What kind of shoes he got on?
Rick Owens. It's a designer brand. This is a popular designer brand. Let's see.
How do you know that? You can look at him and tell.
Because I'm a nigga, John. That's all I know. I pay attention to what niggas do, so I do the opposite. Yeah, man. Look. I pay a close attention to the culture, man, because this is the shit I deal with every day. So, you know, in order for me to help folks, I need to understand where they're coming from. It's almost like not archaeology, but it's almost like anthropology, man. Like sometimes I do have to zoom in and figure out, you know, what these motherfuckers are doing. I'm like Jane Goodall of the hood sometimes. And I know that they care about designer. Like she's got a Gucci shirt, he's got a Rick Owens and some other shit. Like they love this alcohol. But what my question's always why? What do they get out of all this?
Now let me ask you, like they probably are. The person who wins probably pulls out the biggest, most expensive bottles, correct?
Oh yeah.
You can't be pulling out real liquor. Like hey, I pulled out 15 bottles of real liquor on the floor. Like you gotta. They suspended on the floor and shit, right?
Yeah, nobody's pouring out Miller Lite over there, John.
Yeah, no, ain't no Miller Lite hitting the ground over here. But see, when we talk about there's a different culture, this is what we're talking about. Like you don't see any other ethnicities doing this level of nonsense. And this happens every weekend in many cities across the country. This is not just a Houston thing or a Baltimore thing or New York thing. This is just niggas, period. American niggas.
Against each other. Right?
Yeah.
It's New York versus Baltimore.
Yeah. Represent your city in a different 2 cities fighting in a whole nother city. So what the fuck is? And as I showed you guys from the Minnesota advertisement, I mean, we are inviting people to come do this shit here too.
Yep. Yep.
Let me ask you this question. What do you think the average income of those people in this audience are?
The average.
It's probably a lot of dope dealers, so they probably making some bread.
But the dope game ain't the same like it used to be, man. They're actually probably scammers. That's probably really what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they smart enough to make a living scamming? Look at these people.
Man, believe it or not, John, they have dumbed down scamming so much that yes, believe it or not. Now I believe some of the women in the crowd, they probably do have regular jobs. They, CNAs and shit like that. But these niggas.
Here we go. Let's say that there's a woman in here, CNA. What does that say about her? She's in here taking part in this.
She like them hood niggas. That's what it says about her. She just like them hood niggas, man.
But like, there's no one. Like, you think these people? Okay, here's another question. You think these people have children?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 apiece.
Yeah. There's a lot of mothers and fathers in there.
Some of them got kids by the same people up in there. There's a couple blended families in there. What are you talking about?
So this is what I'm saying. Like, these are poor people by and large.
Family reunion.
Somebody say under 60,000. Yeah, would you say it's fair? All these people, if they work, they're under 60 grand.
Yeah, fair? Most likely. If they have W-2 jobs, yeah, barbers, shit like that, beauticians, nail technicians, yeah.
Right. You might got a couple that's doing pretty well, but the rest of them probably just average. Below income. These are not high income people. High income people don't behave like this, right? They just couldn't do it. You work too hard to pour out your money like that. Yeah. And damn, this is like,
I was gonna say I have a question. How was this not culture?
Right.
Kimmy and T. How was this not? And this is why I say this. I know it's stupidity. I understand what you're saying. It's not classy, sure. But it has to be cultural if it happens in so many different spaces.
Right. Like
it's not subjected off to like one thing. This ain't just what happened in the club that night. This isn't just a stupid incident. This is a wave.
Yeah. Like, I like to call it like death by a million cuts. You know what I'm saying? One incident don't necessarily kill you. But a bunch of incidents like this, I mean, this is why blacks are so poor. You know what I mean? Like, whoever this club owner is, he's clearly probably looking at these people like, these motherfuckers are damn idiots, right? Like, I can't sell this shit to them to drink it, but I can sell it to them to pour it on the ground.
Yep.
And I can do better that way than selling it to them, as a mixed drink. I mean, man, I wish I could sell some shit like that where niggas just pour it down on the ground. Damn.
Nah, John, that's why, I'm glad you're not in the club business, because you'd be a fucking multimillionaire, man. You understand niggas. You would do what you had to do, man. And I think, I do believe the club business is a very dicey game. Like, it has a very high upside, but all it takes is one nigga to get killed out front, and that whole club is over,
Hey, you got here for the T saying this is a small majority of black folks. Most blacks aren't doing this on weekends. I mean, we can slice and dice and say it's 20, 30% or whatever. But within the black ecosystem, right, which Broke Genius was trying to depend on to sell computers, large numbers of blacks on the weekend when they could have been going to buy a computer and teach their son STEM, they're pouring their money down on the floor. They're not buying computers. So Broke Genius doesn't get a chance to sell them computers. The club owner does. And so it doesn't matter if they're a majority, right? They are a sizable number. And clearly this is pointing to something wrong with the mindset of black people, that you can market them something in this fashion where they just pour it down the drain. It's fucking amazing. It's really fucking amazing. That's working the Air Jordan shit that they do.
Yeah. When I did live in Detroit, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
And Kimmy K said culture is dignified. Not necessarily. Culture can be crude, right? People in the Stone Age, that shit was crude. That wasn't dignified. People may say people living in Africa, that shit's kind of crude.
Yeah.
Saying
They
really
they
dignified.
put
The
over
hand.
in Africa, they do that ring around women's necks and raise their necks, make them look like giraffes. That ain't dignified. That shit is brutal. In
But
the Jewish, they do they do the where they do the brisks, is where they
penis or whatever.
they cut the foreskin off the penis and then they suck the blood off of it.
Yeah.
That ain't refined culture. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. And but this is part of the culture, man. Like, I don't think you can keep going on trying to ignore it and say that it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you got to be? Some more examples of you.
No, it's your boy. It's your boy. I see there's some familiar faces in here.
What
And you
is
just will see a difference between clubbing, right? We're gonna see a difference. Now you know who that is, John, right? It's your
Who's
boy
that?
Academics.
Oh, yeah, academic. Okay.
The big act. Yeah, you're gonna see some other familiar faces here as well. They're in the club, they got a section. Look at the background, look at the people. There's your boy, there's your boy Myron. There's your boy, the top G.
Oh, yeah, Tate. Yeah.
Look at the difference. I don't see nobody pouring no bottles out. Some people are actually dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the weeks, dude. That's the
Yeah, there goes Fresh. Different vibe, different audience, different people. I mean, this is just one segment, but again, we can't say it's not cultural. That is a part of the culture.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the clubs is definitely a part of the black culture, I would say. Now there are different that's why you see a lot of women right now complaining about the club scene, because a lot of guys have just kind of tapped out.
Hell yeah.
But especially when I was growing up, man, the clubs was damn near everything, man.
Yeah. I think there's always been an element of conspicuous consumption in these clubs. You know what I'm saying? Probably the way they have to make money off of these black clubs. Clearly, you have to charge covers, right?
Yeah.
Then the blacks just more or less are naturally aligned to want to show off, which means popping the bottles. I didn't see any bottle girls at that last video with academics there, but it is a way to sell to black people. Flash and glitz. Bottle girls, as opposed to just bringing a bottle out, you gotta make it shine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it is amazing. God damn.
In Detroit, they used to have money fights on the strippers, and
that was
like the biggest thing when I was growing up. So guys, they would have like one stripper and two guys would throw money on her, and the last man standing, wins. So they would just, some of these guys would go for hours just throwing ones on this woman. This woman go home with $20,000, something crazy.
I mean, you see Kim Casey saying culture goes back to tradition. This is just deviant behavior. It isn't culture. I mean, if everyone could be possible that blacks are forming their own culture as they go here.
Ding, ding.
Right? Like,
yeah, this is a tradition right here.
And what is history?
Bottles.
Well, who defines how many years that is? Because we've been having at least 20, almost 25 years of this level of deviancy.
Right.
Is that not culture?
Yeah. Does it get baked into the cake? And this is part of the culture, right? I don't know.
I remember being a young boy hearing about Magic City.
Right.
That's black strip club culture.
Right.
And I was a young boy. When I was able to go, I mean, everything that I heard was true.
Well, I guess it would be black entertainment.
Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does the culture like to do for entertainment?
Yes.
Okay, they like to go to strip club, men and the women. You're going to Atlanta, men and women in strip club.
Yeah, hell yeah, you get politicians, black politicians in the strip club. What the crazy?
Yeah, this is definitely a part of, and it's not a, I do want to say this isn't the major part of black culture, but club life is a part of it is part of the black culture, whether you've been to the club once or twice. Like, there is a different element when you go to an all black club. You get a little bit, you see the chains, you see the rolls of money, You know, big booty bitches. You know,
That's peacocking.
yeah.
A lot of peacocking.
Not too much dancing. You know, more sizing niggas up. You know. Hey, we gonna rob this nigga afterwards. Yeah.
Most black clubs split the tips amongst the dancers. Where in white clubs, you make your own money except for tip out. Okay. Hey, Sin, where are you located? I know you said your city is 50-50. I wonder what city is there.
I always thought Sin was a black woman. I don't know why. Good to see you though.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I see her in some chat all the time. Maybe it's I can't remember where I see her, but I see her quite a bit.
Speaking of the new developing black culture, we'll call it, since it's not culture, we'll call it the growing black culture. Another thing that tends to happen within our quote unquote community dynamic is concerts. We love some concerts, and sometimes these concerts, things get a little bit out of control. This is from another content creator, Danica Marie. Some of you may know she has been and I would say she's been in kind of the black relationship space for quite some time. She's built quite a following. She has 192 subs on YouTube. She had an interesting experience last night at the Gorilla concert that she's going to share about right here.
Jamila.
Oh,
We is never going to
move.
Yeah,
Finally.
3 hours.
I mean,
This was I ain't never seen at the factory though. Like that just surprises me. But you know what? I guess so. Then Crystal said her okay.
This is some ghetto ass
Why
shit.
y'all letting them cars? This is crazy.
Hey y'all.
This
is a mess.
Our lesson. I know I'm not listening. You ain't got to worry about
It was almost a motherfucking stampede at the Glorilla concert. It was 3 fights. They was bleeding. They was like she was trying her best to say that concert. She was like, "Hey y'all, just calm down.
Yeah,
I can't perform if y'all gonna be fighting. One fight get under control, another one break out, then another one break out." At that point, Jamila was like, "Oh, we gonna go." So we get up and we walk down by the exit, and she keep on performing, and we thinking that it's gonna calm down. It did not.
I think it hurt her feelings.
St. Louis can't have shit, y'all. At all. Ghetto. And what made it so much more worse is that you would think that by it being in a nice part of town, a nice area, that they would behave themselves. They fucking did not. And I feel like the white people were scared of them. The security looked like they was petrified. Like, oh, hell nah. Y'all, just never again. I am officially an auntie, Jamila. We are the aunties.
I'm done with it.
We done, y'all. That's the same. They said it happened at Atlanta, Jamila.
This is my first time hearing about it. And I've never been to a where I just feel like, just like, ooh, don't hit me.
Oh my God.
Like
and you know what I think it is? I think it's the demographic. I feel like it was a bunch of young kids out here.
It was
a mixed crowd. It was a mixed crowd, but I feel like it was just way too many young, immature, rowdy ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? Never again, y'all. Jamila, hit me up when it's a R&B concert. Gospel. I can't do this ratchet shit. I can't.
For a minute, Universal. Stop for a minute, Universal. You notice she didn't say country. I mean, Beyonce's ticket sales are suffering. Right? Why shouldn't you say country? R&B and rap, that's what they listen to. Right? And these blacks are behaving so poorly, hell, they ain't gonna be able to have any place to perform. You're only outside festivals and shit. Go ahead. Go ahead, Universe. Play the rest of it.
She was trying to be positive.
St. Louis embarrassed us.
And they just,
St. Louis embarrassed us.
I think Glorilla was shocked.
We so fucking ghetto. St. Louis is ghetto.
Yeah, I ain't. This it for me. You ain't got. I don't even gotta go to a gospel.
Yeah.
I mean, man, it ain't St. Louis. They be fighting everywhere where each concert be up, but they didn't have St. Louis just had a string of concerts with nobody doing nothing.
That's true.
Sexy Red was. I didn't hear no.
So that's why I'm saying I'm thinking that it has something to do with the type of crowd that a Glorilla will bring out.
I think
Sexy Red didn't have no fight.
she
They
didn't
the
have.
same.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're on the same level. And Sexy Red, I did not hear of no fights.
Well, maybe it was just a bad.
Sexy Red was at like the Shakers or the Enterprise Center.
And Sexy Red brought out some people.
Man, she brought out a whole bunch of rappers.
Y'all, they can't. Glorilla said, "I'm sorry, y'all. We shutting this shit down." She said, "I got to." She said, "Safety first." And the thing about it is, they have to. This motherfucker.
No, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Shit. But the thing about it is, she has to shut that down because if people get severely hurt, she can be liable for that.
Hey, Universal, didn't Glorilla perform for Kamala?
Yes, sir. She did.
I thought she did because Kimmy Casey said they went to see a person named Glorilla. Can you have high expectations? Very Stanley and all these.
Oh man. Yeah. So one thing I find fascinating so far about this clip, and I'll finish it out. She's pretty much done. Is that they're trying to conceptualize it in the moment, but I don't think that they're being 100% honest. So they're like, it's the crowd, it's the music, it's the young folks,
yeah,
and it's the type of crowd she draw. And then they did a comparative. Well, when Sexy Red was here, they're kind of on the same level, but we didn't have this type of issue. When was Sexy Red there? It's probably colder. You ever think about that?
And maybe they did have issues and she just didn't hear about them.
Exactly.
She wasn't at the concert. Right? I don't think she went to the concert. So, I think she's kind of in the 70% to be brave talks about it. She can't be honest with the issue. What is the issue? It's not young people, right? It's the young black kids by and large. The crowd was mixed. Okay, well, who was fighting? Was it a mixed crowd fighting? She can't say that. And she knows the answer, but she can't say it, And, and instead of solving the problem, many blacks would just cancel themselves out of, participating.
Yeah.
Right?
What she said, right?
Not
100%, but she's getting there.
Right.
I'm not doing no more. We're going to officially become the aunties, aka we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
Right. And so then, the income that they may have spent to support an establishment, it dries up. She probably has more money than some of the young ones in there fighting.
Exactly.
It's just a cycle there.
It all gets connected back to the business, and this is against the country. So when you hear things like blacks are tearing up the country, it might not be a tear up the country, but it is having an impact on so many different areas. And this is economic impact.
Right. And this is a very good example here.
Yeah.
But I imagine it affects the rappers too, man. Like, I used to look into it, like the rappers that go for concerts. Bro, the insurance and shit, just the amount of security that they are forced to pay for to come perform in the city, it dwarfs, what Adele would have to pay for. And she's charging higher ticket prices, packing the same arena, with probably a third of the cost in terms of security, so it really affects them too as well.
Absolutely. I think I heard Outkast talk about that before. I was trying to see if I can find a video to talk about the level of insurance that rappers have to put forth just to make their money. And we know that performing is where they make the bulk of their money. It's not record sales. So when a Gorilla when she has to cancel her concert, she says, "We're shutting it down, y'all, unstage." That promoter has to make a choice, right? Do I continue to pay her the back end? Because, they always get the front end first. Do I pay her the rest because she didn't finish her set? Now you're putting this venue, you're putting this promoter or promoters, and you're putting Gorilla's team at odds because the behavior can't, manifest itself.
Yeah.
So if I own the venue or if I'm promoting, I'm thinking twice about doing anything like this again because I'm going to lose money on one way or another on this.
Yeah. If they don't put you out of business altogether. Sin said you want to see Kendrick and SZA. Are they touring as a group now? Kendrick and SZA?
Yeah, they usually pair those two together. Yep.
Yeah, they are. It's the cocoa butter tour. Make sure you guys bring your cocoa butter.
And your RBG flags.
Yeah. Black Lives Matter tour.
Dust off those BLM t-shirts, everybody.
Yeah.
Not like us.
They not like us. Yeah, they not like us. Yeah, I definitely won't be there for that concert, but yeah, it's everybody's looking forward to it. But I do think it is like an age thing too. And these women in this video, I mean, come on, you hear what Glorilla be talking about. What kind of crowd did you think she was gonna have? Like a bunch of here for the tease there? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably a bunch of ratchet young girls. Here for the tease.
Sin is saying that Cardi can't perform because she can't get insurance. Is that true?
I wouldn't be surprised. That might be true. That actually might be true.
Did she perform? When's the last time?
Now that I think about it, I don't know the last time I heard of Cardi B being on tour. That's a good point.
How the hell know get insurance, but these men clearly can go get insurance.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that would be strange if that's true.
Yeah, as I think about just the video clips I do see of Cardi B, she's usually making club like appearances, not necessarily performing. So
yeah, and Cardi's got so many deals, she probably doesn't even really need to do a tour like that.
Okay.
Does she even have enough music to do a tour? She only put out like 1.5 albums. So
yeah,
that might be another part.
How does she stay so hot with so little music?
Personality.
Really?
Yeah, personality. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
she's the perfect.
Mean, if you actually watch her social media, like she literally is like a spokesperson for everything, man. Like she was probably one of the first people I ever heard of with a Fashion Nova deal. Like she's got all different types of deals. Cardi B, she's
really
very, very marketable, very marketable. She's a mother too, so that plays into it. She can go from like ratchet to conservative to she's got range.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
She speak the Spanish.
Okay. What is she? Is she?
Okay. Yeah, that's her. Yeah. See what I mean? She's marketable, man. Imagine her doing a promo for one of your rooms.
Yeah. Go get this room, okay.
Okay.
Man, you gotta prove to her if she used music to get famous, and it's lasted a long, long time, bro.
Yeah.
To her. Geez, still only one album. Wow. Her passion shaking her tail, but yeah. It's been almost 10 years.
That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah.
Time flies.
What you got up for the universe?
Yeah. I was just about to say, speaking of your business, I did want you to post that or show that one video, Universal, that I commented in the group chat with the guy. Yeah.
I got you. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. This guy. This is in your ballpark, John. This is yeah. This I definitely want to. This anybody thinking about being a landlord, this might be something that you have to deal with. So be cautious, but don't be afraid, but be cautious. All right.
What was this?
Hey, you got the rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, it's the 14th. You know it's due on the 1st, right?
It's the win.
On the 1st?
When I pay it, fuck you talking about.
Hey, you got the rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, it's the 14th. You know it's due on the 1st, right?
It's the win.
On the 1st?
It's due when I pay it. Fuck you talking about.
Nah.
That's not typical, y'all. All blacks ain't like that.
This can't be culture, John. And if people question you why you do day-to-day pay. This could be John right here. This could be John. Get ready to do, motherfucker. Don't pull that falling down the stairs shit again.
I paid. Hung up the door.
Yeah, that shit is, man. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know what it is, but seeing this white woman with her yoga pants on, getting the door slammed in her face, I just don't like seeing that, man. I don't know what it is.
You got the rent. You got the rent. She had to tell her husband about that next time.
Yeah.
If she got one, you know what I mean? He was real, like, you know, flipping about paying her, you know. Damn, 14 days.
This is the moment where she became racist right here. That door was almost closed.
Yeah, this a Trump voter. There's a Trump voter born every day, man. Right here. You see it. This is how they're born.
You know, like, you know, clearly, like, you know, this is a small landlord, you know what I'm saying? People always these big landlords, you know, the Black Rocks is buying property. And I told you how the Jared Kushner, like, he'll sue your ass into oblivion if you late on him. This lady can't afford to do that, right? So she just probably done been by his house several times trying to collect the rent. He finally got it on the 14th. But when she's out of the picture, you know, it's either a foreigner or Black Rock. And they will get your ass up out of there much quicker than she'll be able to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And he paid with a Kroger's money order, too. I know if people caught that.
I got some around here myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I got some money on the grave in my dance.
Look at this nigga. All that weed smoke in there. He making her. Look at all that weed smoke. Just ruining her house, man.
He probably didn't want her to see on the inside either. That's probably why he hurried up and slammed the door.
Now these last three stories all have a beeline. From the pouring the bottles out to the fightings at the club to this. It's just this I don't give a fuck attitude. Who gonna check me, boo, is what I like to call it.
You know, before you play at Universal, here's Kimmy Case. She's saying slamming doors in the person's face is definitely not close. It's a lack of social intelligence on part of the tenant. It is also a part of what we often hear is, I don't give a fuck. I pay it when I want to. I do what I want to. I play my music loud as I want to. You know, and I pay my rent when I want to. That's what he said. And that is becoming part of the culture, in my opinion. That many blacks operate on that. I do what the fuck I want to do, right? I don't give a fuck about nobody else. You know, a lot of blacks feel, you know, seem to operate on, you know, on those grounds.
Yeah. It's you know, the lack of you know, just being dignified or having some sort of morals. Like, you living in this woman's house, you know, like, she's doing you a favor, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know, unfortunately, a lot of black folks don't look at it that way. You know.
Yeah, very interesting. No diggity, no doubt.
Yeah. It's no dignity and proud of it too. You know. Yeah. That's the sad part.
No shame.
No shame at all.
What you got up for us, Universal?
The Cleveland girl, that's where I'm from. The Cleveland girl was ready to get on the phone.
Whoa. I don't think we can play this, Universe. I don't think we can play this.
Yeah, they're gonna copyright that shit.
Yeah. Man. Well.
Yeah.
So that was just getting to the point of who's gonna check me, boo. That's what I was
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's again, like what we're saying. If this isn't the culture, it is becoming the culture, and we are. I think we're 3 generations into this mentality and into this position of Black Americans in this country. We could call it racism or not. Folks are doing this, and it's not, like I said, it's not sectioned off in a particular city or town. It's across the board. It's a part of the culture. The kids are invested. Many of the adults are invested in it. And it's just showing just how we show up with our personalities. It's being invested in from a political angle. As you see, Gorilla performed at Kamala's thing. Yeah. You know, we're seeing it in sports. Look at the Super Bowl. In entertainment, we're seeing it everywhere. We're seeing it on the news. Pay attention. What has been going on in the last 3 or 4 years with all these meteorologists? They're all dancing and they're all doing all this TikTok stuff. Like, this is the culture.
Yeah.
And if it's deviant or ignorant or nasty or whatever we want to say, it is infested. It's a virus. It's something that is taken over, and it is becoming what America is at the end of the day.
Remember, hey, Universal, you remember that the flight attendant that was twerking and she got fired?
Oh, yeah.
How could I forget?
Yeah. And she made a video crying about it and stuff. I was just trying to have a good time. Ma'am, you were twerking for your social media. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
At work. It's like no shame at all.
Man, HB, I'll do you one better, man. You remember the politician who was twerking on a handstand a few years ago?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
John, you remember that, John?
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
I think she was somewhere up north or like east, like
the New England area somewhere.
Yeah. She was somewhere up there.
Like this, we're here, man. This stuff is here. Whether we want to call it tradition or not, it's becoming the new tradition. And is this the narrative that you want? I don't think so.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a tradition. It's definitely a certain sect of Black America. But you know, I don't embrace it, but I do. I'm like on the sidelines where I do watch it. So you know, you can make the argument that I'm part of the problem too. Yeah, there we go.
Shady and Black.
There we go.
You know, following up with that, I don't know if this is Jasmine Crockett. It could be her. I'm not sure. Is this Jasmine Crockett?
It looked like her.
Because we in
that's her.
She looked good too.
She looked heavy. She looked a little heavier right here.
Yeah,
but listen to the language. Just her. You know, what do they call it? Just kind of her, not the but you know, just the way she's speaking. Right. Listen.
Because we in these hot ass Texas streets, honey.
Who child?
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Oh, ouch. Governor Hot Wheels. That's crazy. By the way, this is at the Human Rights Campaign. This is like a very dignified organization.
You know, I told you guys when you saw Just Hilarious attack that cancer-ridden boy, right?
Yeah.
You saw that you saw a lack of empathy from a woman. That's what we saw, right? Toward a child. She just had a baby, right? Her baby could one day end up with cancer. She couldn't see that shit happening to her. She was criticizing head, nappy, patchy. And so now here's another woman criticizing a man in a fucking wheelchair. A couple of days ago, we played a woman parked at a disabled spot. Old lady walks up and says, "Can I get that spot? I have a disabled person in the car." Fuck you ask me a question for. I do what the fuck I want. Like there's a thread there where like no empathy for the weakest amongst us.
Yeah.
Man in a wheelchair, baby with cancer, right? motherfucking mental ill. They twerk on his head. You know what I'm saying? Remember that video, right? The girl twerking.
Yeah.
And here's an elected representative at a human rights campaign making jokes about a man in a fucking wheelchair. God almighty.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Man.
At the Human Rights Campaign. Nobody finds that ironic.
Damn, man. And I'm not gonna lie, the joke is actually funny, but not from her, man. Not from her. You gotta leave that to the comedians.
Yeah.
No, you're an elected representative. It's a funny joke. But come on, man. You gotta
But it
be
ain't for her to, it ain't for her.
No, it's not. That's for me. That's for me, and that's for me to tell that joke. That ain't for you.
And then we have here for the tea. She putting on the front. She not even from the hood. She grew up going to private school. These schools aren't making a difference. It doesn't matter where they go to school. This is clear. She went to private school and the ghetto came out. All that money her parents sent her to private school, the T is talking about, wherever the fuck she went, this is what you come up with. A hot ass mess. No empathy. Talking about a man in a fucking wheelchair.
You know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Slapping on the desk. Slapping on the desk. God damn, this is ghetto right here.
Podium. You don't slap podiums. Desk, yes. Podiums, no, that is disrespectful. That's not classy.
And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess.
Damn. How do you even quantify he's a hot ass mess? How do you quantify that, Universal? What metrics make somebody a hot ass mess? What is?
Well, I would say he is not, doing the things that the liberals would like him to do. So he's a hot ass mess.
Okay, that's what it means.
That's what I think in this context.
I think that kind of goes to T's point. Like she's not even. She didn't even really grow up in the hood. She don't even know in the vernacular. He's a hot ass man. Man, what does that mean?
But you hear it all the time. I mean, like I don't know if it's what's worse, her not growing up in the hood and acting hood. Is that worse?
Yeah. I think it's worse. I think it's worse.
Right?
I think it's worse.
Why though? Why? Because she doesn't have a built-in excuse, or what?
Well, I think go ahead.
Because I think just because you grow up in the hood and you are hood, it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It just means you grew up in a hood area and that's your culture. But I think when you like use it as use it to attack other people, you're making it seem like this is how all hood people are. And I think that's what's like so kind of, I mean, it's obviously disingenuous, but that's what makes it kind of insidious to me, is you're making it seem like everybody in the hood is just this ratchet attacking, handicapped people type of people. And I just don't believe that. I don't agree with that. Just because a girl grew up in the hood makes her a bad person. Like I don't think that.
Well, I think we're talking about behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Somebody probably wrote that for her. Maybe she wrote it herself. Mm-hmm. I don't believe she came up with that off the cuff, right? And so, does she believe? Like, it's just probably how she normally. She has to believe what she said. Otherwise, she wouldn't have said it. Somebody wrote it for her. She said, "No, take that out," right? It's kind of who she is. And sending her to private schools didn't really matter, right? You wouldn't have sent your daughter to private school and she come out acting like this.
Hell no.
Hell no, that would be a waste of money, honestly.
Right? You can get this from the public school and just save your money.
Right. And she'll know how to fight.
Hot ass man. Yeah, anyway.
Honey, so yes. And because
who do you think was cheering for her when she said that? You think it's like a gratuitous cheer? Just say I just cheer because she black.
She black.
You think
Yeah.
people were cheering for that?
I think that people have been conditioned that when black women say stuff like that and they pause, they know to cheer, especially this audience.
Just give them a nod.
Like, yeah, it's like, you go, girl. That is it's a telling the truth.
It's like enabling this bad behavior. No one calls her out on this shit. I don't know.
Who gonna check her, boo? Who's gonna stop her, John? Like, if you say something, you're being misogynistic. You don't like black women, or you're racist if you're non-black. So it just goes on and on until black women check it. That's who has to check it.
Yeah, they stop voting for her.
Yeah, I think eventually Jasmine Crockett's gonna take it too far though. Eventually, she's kind of she's really out of control, and she's gonna take it too far one of these days. So just give her some time to hang herself.
It really highlights the Democrat problem, man. Like, they have a bunch of people in their party, men and women, that behave like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, just not necessarily fit for prime time. Here's your boy Umar. And Universal, you said the other day he speaks at a lot of colleges.
I seen this clip, John. I was gonna put it on the docket, but I was gonna wait.
I didn't know this nigga be speaking at colleges like that. Did you know that,
John? This is the modern day MLK right here, man. He is here to save all the confused blacks.
Did you know he was this big, HB?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen this clip?
No. I haven't seen this clip, but John, listen. I go to like a hair braider, right? Like she braids my hair, and I went in there the day after Trump won, and man, John, they were in there playing Dr. Umar, man. She was like, "I'm so hurt about Trump. I can't believe our people voted this man in." She was like, "Who you vote for?" I was like, "Shit, I ain't even vote, man. I ain't even
Good
vote."
answer. Good answer.
I ain't vote for nobody. But man, the whole time I'm getting my hair braided, she listening to Dr. Umar. She was like, I just need somebody to raise my spirits. I was like, "Oh, child.
Exactly.
Oh, child."
Get me excited, Dr. Umar.
Yeah, man. They eat this nigga up, man. That's why you'll never hear me hating on Dr. Umar, man. That nigga got it, man.
Yeah, you gotta respect the game, man. Anybody who can make a living off of donations, he getting flowed out everywhere, international.
I don't think I've ever listened to him. I wouldn't even be able to distinguish him and the other guy. What's it, Tariq? Which one is bigger? Tariq or
Umar. I think Umar is right now.
Right now, I would say Umar's bigger than Tariq. He's got memes and everything. Yeah, he's a social influencer at this point. He's just a conscious black version. Yes.
Look at this response from the audience when he comes down. This is superstar level. I got to separate the University.
Man.
Came out.
No, salute to Dr. Umar, man.
Did you hear what he came out, boy?
Yeah, Black Queens forever.
Man.
They needed that. After coming from that Kendra G dating game, they needed that. Somebody come out and call me a queen. Make me feel good for a minute. I just was at a dating event with 10 men with it.
That's why I was telling Barney, this is the hustle he needs to get into, man. You
know?
Black Queens Forever. Can you see Barney out there? Black Queens Forever, man. Barney would clean up.
Oh my God, man. A pro-black woman, white man. Oh my God.
You can see Barney now. Y'all don't even live in the hood. I'm right smack dab in Baltimore. Black Queens Forever.
Yeah.
Howard gonna go crazy.
Barney would go crazy, man. The black woman is God. Oh man.
Yeah, they float around in my neighborhood. I see all kinds of queens. It's like Wakanda over here.
John always take it too far, man. You can't say that, man. It's like Wakanda.
So he had sexually inappropriate conversation. I didn't know that. I did not, and still attached the idea. What kind of he talks sex? I didn't know that. I don't listen to him, so I haven't really listened to him, so I don't know what he talks about here. These teams needed that, man. They needed that bad.
Yeah.
Those are our future leaders in that room.
They really needed it.
According to folks on this channel, I'm not gonna say any names, but those are our future leaders right there.
Yeah.
And look who they're being influenced by. Those are going to be the people who are going to be at your doctor's appointment. They're going to be the folks making decisions, on your city council and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But why do they? What is he saying so great that people are responding to him like this? This is like Michael Jackson like response.
John, you know how Kendrick Lamar had the "they not like us" response,
right?
He's like that times 10 because he's talking directly about pro-blackness. So he's pumping that false idea of black power. The modern day black power movement is led by Dr. Umar Johnson. He's beat out all these conscious dudes.
Really?
He's destroyed them. And he's also become a pop culture icon. He's on shows with Drewski. He has memes. His finesse has finessed itself into a whole like demographic. He is the man.
Yeah. I never knew. I never knew he was gonna. Somebody say this guy is raking in the punani sweet auntie.
Yes, indeed. I kind of let out some inside secrets one of these shows, but yeah, he I actually know some women that he's been with. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. The man ain't never talked about doing a diagnostic assessment. For those who don't know, that's how you get an actual mental health diagnosis. I ain't never seen the man do a youth group, but he wants to open a school. Like, he just moved so beyond who he came out as, 12, 13, 14 years ago, that he's just an icon now.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You heard about your girl, Lauren LaRosa?
No, what has she done now?
Yeah. You heard about Lauren? You know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know that.
You HB, you know who that is, right? Lauren LaRosa?
Remind me, who is that? It sounds familiar.
Hold on. That damn. I went back a page, my bad. Listen, you can hear it here.
I think a lot of people a little bit about everything. I came in telling the truth. Celebrity drama. My God. Check. Wait. I have that. Oh, y'all know I got that over here.
Oh, are you?
Ladies,
is this the girl from
over
the
here,
Breakfast
baby.
Club?
She got a new show, The Latest with Lauren LaRosa.
Yep.
She got her show, and they had to do something. As I said, they had to do something when they recognized her talent and just let her go. And so I guess they'll send Envy back to whatever. Not Envy, but the other lady back to whatever she was doing. Hey, how many of you guys signed up for 23andMe?
Never.
Now, I haven't, but my family did do a test. This is back in 2011. Man, this stuff was crazy.
You know the company's going bankrupt, right?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because they people were sending in DNA from their dogs, and they were getting back results, man. Yeah, nah.
There's another from OMG here.
Trying to figure out what all you wear. I should do that.
You shouldn't do that, though. Do not give your information to. They sell it to other people.
Do they sell it to Russia?
They sell it to other. There's a clause in their contract that basically says, like, we can give your information to our shareholders. So this pharmaceutical is in Russia.
That's been 20.
Basically, his music in the background. But what they're saying is that 23andMe is going bankrupt, and they're basically selling their data. Hell, they already sell their data to anyone, and it could be used to convict you or your children later down the road. Any kind of crime, any viruses, bio weapons could be used against you. You know, they have your DNA profile. Very interesting there. 23andMe.
Yeah, that's I always wonder what was like the ultimate goal of that. And there we go. And I mean, the fucked up part is if anybody in your family did it, you don't even need to do it. They can figure it out just from your just from that.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. It's very true. Yeah, when I found that, I was like, oh man, I hope none of my family members signed up for that shit. It's almost prom season, isn't it? When's prom season?
Yeah, we're here. April kicks off prom season.
John, I already know where you're going with this, man. I saw this. Oh wow, wait, before you play it, John, hold on. Wait a minute. Is that Grimace? Is that the
what the fuck?
What is that? That's the zesty Lion King right there, man. The zesty beast. Oh man! All right, John, play this, man.
Surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Wait, what? It poetic Flacco to this.
Don't mess up that makeup, Dad.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. This is
Oh my God! You made him cry. Mike, wait, let's let him fall on the floor. Let him fall. Let him fall on the floor.
Let him fall.
Poor baby. Oh. Hold on. Look up.
Big old head full of weed right there. Jesus.
I know. Oh, let him know. Let him stop.
It's been surprised.
Face did, nails did, new 40-inch wig. Let's go.
What you got? Would you take your son or daughter to the prom looking like that?
No. I would. Man, what is what? This is super confusing.
But what would you do?
Nah. Honestly, John, this might sound a little cruel, but if my son was zesty like that, man, I gotta I would still raise him, but I couldn't just accept that and be supportive of it. Nah, he gotta find his own way, man. I don't think I could I don't know. I don't think I could show up with a matching suit to my son got a gown on. I don't think I could be that supportive, man. Maybe I'm just a terrible dad in theory, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Nah.
I'll give you some more update on the big U. This big U shit is interesting to me, HB.
Wait, John, what would you do? What would you do?
Well, I couldn't do that shit, man. I already said, like, I ain't putting up that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna just disown you, but I can't go along with that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
That's Draco right there. Draco the ruler.
Do you know these motherfuckers?
Yeah, no, Draco the ruler right there. That I ain't gonna lie. He's like in my top 5 dead rappers right there. Draco. Oh yeah, that nigga dead as hell.
He did.
Yeah, he dead as hell. They actually got his murder on tape.
Yeah.
They still he got killed at a concert.
Yeah. Speaking of concerts, a big old fight.
He got killed at a concert. They stabbed him. That nigga bled out, man. Stabbed him right in the neck. Yeah.
Have you seen this video?
No, I haven't seen it. That's why I'm like surprised Draco is up here.
Listen to this shit.
It's the same as out here. Nigga know these streets. Nigga can't go nowhere. Niggas ain't finna just be nigga out here, nigga shopping and posting pictures and all that. That's how niggas get
the money wise and all that extra shit.
Thinking they at these restaurants, thinking they low. You in Beverly Hills and all that. Bitch, that shit 10 minutes from the hood, nigga.
You're right.
You out your mind and you think you safe over here.
Giving locations
I don't do none of that shit when I go out of town. Nigga, I don't post no hotels, none of that, nigga. I know better. And the first thing I do, as soon as I get there, I hate niggas that I need some blowers, not security. I need guns. Fuck nigga, I'm not stupid. I ain't never finna go nowhere and think shit sweet, niggas. I'm out of town, nigga. Man, they praying on shit like that.
Man, come on, man. They praying for your comfort.
As soon as you think you smooth, oh yeah, walking on the beach. That's the same way. That's like us niggas walking on Melrose. You like, oh nigga, look at the stars. Nigga, I know better than that, nigga. I was in Miami, I ain't fucked nothing.
Miami ain't playing with you. They ain't playing with you.
And they got Haitian there. They don't got no conscience.
They go right back home.
Way out
That's loose cannon right there. No, that's loose cannon. That's loose cannon.
Loose cannon. Okay.
45 days, come right back. It'd be a whole new person.
All right. Speaking on that, I've been telling Aunt, like, because he got to go back to his old ways because that out of tennis is winning.
And how old is nigga in these overalls?
John, he's about to paint a living room. Stop it, John. He's got work to do.
Winning.
I'm talking about nigga. I was mad at these niggas.
Look,
tricking, super tricking.
Yeah. Holy.
Right.
Anyway, they were saying how this nigga was talking about he's got to stay, you can't get caught lacking in LA, and then the big U nigga comes pulls up on him. I'm not sure. Did Big U have something to do with his murder or what?
It's highly I mean there's like with those LA politics, you just don't know. But I know in the video when it happened, he was surrounded by a bunch of dudes with red flags on. So but he was like beefing with the Inglewood Crips, and he made this song called Ingleweird, basically dissing the whole city. Or Inglewood Bloods. There we go. My bad. So they basically set him up at that concert, you know. So yeah. But his murder is still unsolved, and he actually beat a murder charge.
Damn.
And he was facing like the death penalty for that. So, you know, a lot of people think that the police were involved with his murder, letting the people into that venue, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll go unsolved. But I wouldn't be surprised if you know, this whole indictment, if he's not involved somehow, if you know, his name doesn't come up. I wouldn't be surprised.
Here's Say So P's mother saying that his loyalty to the wrong people led him to being set up and killed, backdoored as they call it. HB.
Yeah.
Toya Red Wing. Is he white?
He looks like it. That's definitely a white mama. That looked like a white mama or some sort of white Hispanic.
Yeah, some kind of Hispanic. She got them hips on her.
Like Chino XL. Remember Chino XL back in the day?
Chino XL, yeah.
This is the type of lies and shit that keep mothers losing our sons. My son never stole anything, never ran off on anything, didn't have to. Haters set him up, but not because he stole a dime. He would give you his last before he would steal anything. Please stop spreading rumors. Let me repeat that. He didn't have to take shit from anyone. Money wasn't a factor for X8 Tank the bank. He was too loyal. Exit 8 Tank the bank. He was too loyal to the wrong people was his biggest downfall. Haters who were envious kill my baby. But I won't let y'all steal his legacy. People see him with a stack and say anything. That was his norm. My baby kept a stack.
Hey, John, you know I gotta play it, man.
He was a good kid, y'all. He was. He didn't bother nobody.
Man, you deluded, man. They really deluded. You know, where did she think he got the stack from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where did she think he got the stack from, bro?
Yeah. These mamas, I mean, mamas boys, they gonna be mamas, man. They gonna, even in death, they gonna take up for their sons, man. That's just how he ain't hurt nobody. He ain't hurt nobody.
He ain't do nothing to nobody.
Nah. Mama, mama.
He was going to be appointed president after Trump.
Yeah, I mean, what we doing? Dead and shot up rappers right here for a minute. HB, what you think? It's saucy.
Hey man, say man, it's the kids did. You know, somebody, man, I'm out here in Memphis, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way is my nigga PK. You know, somebody, this shit don't stop. You gotta keep dripping sauce and peace, my brother. Say so, Pete, man. Splash that mafia. I'll keep my brother. You know what I'm saying? My nigga wanted me to make sure I get some food from PK before I leave. You know, somebody exquisite taste, Midtown and downtown is where it's going down. But come to Midtown so we can put you with the drip around. We talking about shrimp, lobster, pasta, lamb, and anything that goes ham. We talking about egg rolls that's gonna save your soul. I'm talking about sauce and peace, my brother. Say so, Pete, bitch. I got you, bro. You told me to come. Anywhere you told me to go, I gotta go there. And I love you, nigga.
We're gonna make sure we keep your motherfucking mind alive.
Shit, so, man.
No, dare say so to Pete, man.
No,
you know
dare
what I'm
say
saying?
so to
Hey,
Pete.
and you told me, man, you was gonna bring my boy to see me. And get what? He made it happen, man. You heard me.
He said that.
I appreciate that.
He was been talking to me for months and put me on FaceTime with you, brother. So I had to do that. And I ain't my brother.
Man. I love y'all, man.
Please,
y'all in here,
taste.
man. Long as
Exquisite
say so to
taste.
Pete, we'll keep your motherfucking name alive. Nigga, I stepped it.
Exquisite taste, nigga.
For sure.
It's all in your face.
Yeah.
Really.
Jesus, John.
I don't know what the fuck
it ain't even been 72 hours, and he's back on the bullshit.
Yeah.
Damn.
What happened to a time to heal?
These real life street niggas, man. That come with the territory, man.
Man, I would say so low if somebody done shot at me, bro.
The nigga still had his hospital gown on.
Yeah, man.
And I like Sauce Walker. I actually listen to his music. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. But my God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, here's another clip. Here's another clip I want you to talk about, you guys. I don't know who this guy is tweeting here, but he's saying, we going back to back. He said, the black billionaires are not producing a new way for the youth, and it's weird at this point. They're not ignorant or naive. This is a conscious decision not to give a fuck. Until that changes, I'll never knock the hustlers and scammers. Lucky we're not robbing 100. What do you think about that?
You know, I think it's just coping. I think, you know, this whole idea that these millionaires and billionaires got to come back and give back to the hood. Man, these niggas don't give a fuck, man. They don't care. You could give them everything. They still gonna rob and steal and kill. You know, like, I don't know why niggas think that you toss a couple of dollars, open up a couple of youth centers, some basketball courts, is just gonna stop all the...
I know why. Oh, there it is.
You think
it's because they want to? It's because they want to impress their mothers. It's the women who drive that. Make sure you give back thing. I don't think it has anything to do with the actual futures of the kids. I honestly don't think they really give a fuck. Honestly, it's to make sure that they do something that mama would approve of. They'd be better off building institutions and businesses. Honestly,
I don't even think I think Mayo Monkey says the fatherlessness in rap. You know, I think that's just another excuse, man. I really do. I think it's something a little bit more honestly, I think it's something a little bit more demonic, man. Like what happened to the people that lost their dads in war and shit? They just turn up as ain't shit. Like, I don't. You know, we had World War I, World War II, Vietnam. A lot of motherfuckers lost their dads to wars and shit. They just turned to the streets. I don't know.
You know, remember Michael Irvin's son?
yes. Yeah. Oh man, you want me to find a clip of that? I won't play the song.
Pull it up. Yeah, pull it up when
I
he talks.
see what I can find.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find this interview where he talked about it. Yeah. But go ahead, talk about it while I search for it.
You know, Michael Irvin's son, and I think Shaquille O'Neal's son. One of them maybe trying to be a rapper. I'm not sure. But Michael Irvin's son, like, man, I grew up in the hood. I'm a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? And Michael Irvin, like, man, where the hell did he get that from? He ain't grew up in the hood. I was rich, right? We were rich by the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, the boy's probably not that bright. right? You can look at Michael Irvin's son and say he ain't that bright. Michael Irvin probably ain't no fucking genius himself. But Michael Irvin was able to make a living playing football, and luckily, he had a very, very disciplined coach that could harness that nigga and not let him go wild. He played with the man for his entire career. Is that right? He played for Dallas the whole career.
Yeah.
Correct.
But from college to the pros, he had one father-like figure in his life. Right? Would you say that's fair?
Yes.
Right. For
Jimmy Johnson.
The formidable years, probably in high school too. Someone probably took a liking to the boy and disciplined very tough. And but for his son, like, what is his son going to do? Michael Irvin hadn't set up any businesses to let the boy run, teach him how to run them. At best, he could learn how to play football. His son could teach. He could teach his son, but that fell off or fell by the wayside. So what was he to do but become a rapper? It's easy. And he had a father, so Male Monkey can't say his fatherlessness. You understand?
Hell, I'll raise you one on that one, John. Look at Shiloh. Sure, they rapping.
Oh, they rapping too?
They acting like rappers.
Yeah, look
They
at
about to get drafted.
Look at the Ball brothers.
Oh yeah, Jello.
Yeah, and then too, look on the other side of it. Ben Carson, he didn't have his dad growing up. Like
literally gifted hands.
Gifted hands, yeah.
Michael Irvin could be gifted hands as well.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know what it is. I really can't really figure it out. I just think it's part of it is just laziness. Like, I think if you grow up where everybody around you is lazy as shit, does the bare minimums, that's gonna mold your worldview. So that's what you're gonna go to. Like, rapping is not fucking it's not hard to do, man. Like, I mean, I remember some of the first books I ever read was Dr. Seuss. The nigga it was all rhyming. It's not hard to do, man. A fucking 1-year-old can rhyme some words together.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. It's like the lack of work ethic that makes these niggas say, you know what, I want to sell drugs and rap instead of, working a 9 to 5. And the same with women too, instead of going to school or doing something, starting my own business, I just do OnlyFans. I do porn,
Yeah, I can see that. Someone said Dr. Seuss was the best rapper.
He was a good rapper. He was a good rapper. There's a pocket in my pocket. Yeah, that nigga was spitting.
I'm gonna roll the clip.
Distance yourself a little bit. You can't be with people all the time and running around. I got a son. He raps. His rap name is Cut Tarantino. If you ever listen to some of his raps,
why are you exposing this nigga, bro?
Where does this come from, son? You grew up in a gated community your whole life, but he's rapping my life because we romanticize and gotta distance yourself a little bit. You can't be with people all the time and running around.
It's still playing Universe. I just put him in the background. Universe. I just put it in the background. It's still playing though. Was that it?
All right, yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah, but I think that really highlights it. He didn't lay a foundation for his son. And then what's his son gonna do? Fall to the lowest common denominator and be a rapper. Interesting.
Yep. And I think that's the thing too. It's like when you do have those super successful parents and they don't teach you any work ethic, you just gonna do the lowest common denominator, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't, man. I'm telling you, I do acknowledge the numbers and the statistics, but I think it is a little bit more nuanced than that. Like I don't think it's just you can just explain everything with numbers and data. Like parenting is
Oh, you broke up HB.
Yeah, we lost him.
My bad. No, but teaching your kids work ethic, that starts early. That starts real early.
Yeah, I think so too. What's this? Is this Young Boy?
Yeah, we were talking about him a couple episodes ago, and all of a sudden, boom, he has been released from federal prison. So, speaking of teaching your kids, this is one of your kids' biggest influencers, NBA YoungBoy. He is back out in these streets. All YNs rejoice. Here we go.
I saw he had a helicopter escort or something. Brought him home. He lives in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they tucked him away in Utah to keep him alive. Really, that was.
Well, who wants to kill him? Other rappers want to kill him.
He's got a lot of enemies. He talks a lot of shit too. He's big talker.
About other rappers, like killing other rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah, other rappers and street dudes. He's got a lot of street beefs back in the streets of Louisiana.
Oh man, there's some real serious niggas to be beefing.
Yeah, that's why they moved him to Utah. They got him the hell up out of there.
The real serious people to be
I think he's from Baton Rouge or one of the areas close to Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Can't play around there. Damn.
Yeah.
So he moved to Utah.
Yeah, they tucked him away in the mountains, man.
Yo, how these guys, man? I'm forever fascinated. How these guys make all this money, bro? It seem to be so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Playboy Cardi. It's so many of them.
Yeah. You know, I think a lot of it is streaming. And NBA YoungBoy, what's kind of funny about him is he doesn't really tour, but his catalog is insane. He has a lot of music.
Really?
He's one of the few people that actually makes money streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He has a lot of music, man.
Where would you rank him in terms of musicians? Artists, right?
I really don't like him at all, so I don't get it. I really don't get it with him. So I couldn't really rank him, honestly.
Yeah, me either. I think he does touch a younger demographic. And also a lot of his fame has come from like what's that game? What's the little shooting game that they all play? Shit, I should know this. He's on the game where they be running around shooting and dancing all the time. I can't believe
he plays games a lot.
Well, his songs are featured on the game.
Oh, that's
why can't I think of the damn game? Oh my god.
That's a good source of revenue there, I would imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Because you get
Fortnite.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know why I blanked on that.
Shit, I ain't thinking about that. Damn.
Yeah. So Fortnite TikTok streams is where he's getting a lot of his bread because he just goes viral on those platforms.
And what does he talk about? What does he talk about? I've never watched. What does he talk about on the screen?
He talks about every YN's fantasy, killing niggas with the best guns possible.
Really? So if you go watch his streams, that's what he'll be talking about.
No, he's not streaming. He's music. It's just all his music.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't go like live and anything. Don't some of them like DDG and shit? They go live.
Yeah, DDG goes live. Yeah, he's more. DDG is a streamer.
Okay,
but YoungBoy goes live and starts fighting people.
Really?
Yeah.
Like straight up fight.
Well, or he'll be arguing, cussing people out. Let's see if I can pull up some YoungBoy's
street beef or some shit.
Live. Yeah, he'll be just popping shit from the mountains of Utah.
What?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some.
HB, you watch live?
Nah, I can't. Honestly, I can't even really understand them half the time. I don't.
Oh shit, John! I see what you're talking about. Here, let me show this. Damn, this is some Air Force One type shit, John. Wait a minute. Did you see this video?
I saw this shit.
Holy shit!
You see that?
Yeah. If this is true, this is crazy.
Yo, that nigga got that kind of bread, bro. God damn, look at this shit.
What the hell?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit fire, man.
That's hard.
That's fire.
What in this motherfucker's Osama bin Laden? What the hell is this?
Nigga got a U.S. Air Force escort, man. That's crazy, man.
He's got bread, bro, from rapping.
Yeah.
What the fuck these other rappers doing so wrong then? He's not complaining about record labels. Why don't they just do what he does?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is he in a 360 deal?
I don't know what type of deal he's got. I just know he puts out a lot of music, man. A whole lot of music.
That's very interesting.
Here's a clip of him responding to Gillie the Kid a couple of years ago. Gillie was criticizing him about his music, so he had to go on live and respond.
OG, man, I talk to Dirk like every 2-3 nights, man. He be trying to talk to me about my music, and he focused on $1 billion right now. You let them, hey, get him to let me out this house. I hit that stage for you. How you want me to come? Every chain on or just one chain?
You heard what he said?
Yeah, he grunted it. He grunted it out, but I got it.
He squeaked it out.
That nigga grunted that shit out, but I got it. All right, damn. He said you want me to perform or something, right?
Yeah. Well, shit, he just proved a lot of what we talked about earlier, just in that 21 seconds. He said, you're criticizing me how I make my music and my money. He is like, but I'll come do a show, which is what we just talked about. That's how they make their money. He said, you want me to wear one of my chains or all of my chains? Stunt. Yeah. And also, in low key, he's telling them, you an old nigga who's trying to get $1 billion. I'm a young nigga who's getting at it.
Yeah. Damn.
And these are the intricate details of Black culture that nobody wants to be honest about. But this is the shit that happens. Now he's doing it on a big level. He's getting that bread. But there's little broke niggas in every hood near you who's doing this shit on their little local level, stuck on each other all day.
Yeah, all day. Yeah. Now you're definitely right about that. Damn, it's very interesting.
He's very influential too. Like a lot of the dead rappers that I listen to, that's who they looked up to. So I mean, he's very influential.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, so we're about 2.5 hours and let you guys more. I wanted to just bring your attention to an article about will.i.am. Did you hear about will.i.am?
The former lead singer for what was that group called?
I don't know, beans or some kind of beans or something. Was it beans? Some kind of beans or some shit, wasn't it?
What the fuck were they called? Oh man, I'm blanking on everything today.
Black
Eyed Peas, yeah. Black Eyed Peas. Thank you.
Beans.
He said beans.
Beans. Black Eyed Peas, man. Is it a llama beans? What the hell these niggas they call themselves?
Legumes. Anyway, I want to get you guys' opinion on this, man. Tell me what you think about this. There's no video, and I'm not gonna read the entire article, but I will get to the high points of it. Let's see, get this down. Multi-millionaire musician will.i.am says work-life balance is for people working on someone else's dream and not for visionaries. He grinds from 5 to 9 after his 9 to 5. He goes on to say, it's not just Gen Z and millennials on TikTok who are raving about it. It's Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am, also a fan of the productivity hack. He says it's the secret to getting his creative juices flowing as well as ditching work-life balance. If you're trying to build something that doesn't exist, it's about dream reality balance. Work-life balance means that you're working for someone else's dreams. You just have a job supporting someone else's dreams, and you want to balance your work and your life. But if it's a dream reality balance, then it's not work. It's a dream that you're trying to put into reality, and you're ignoring your current reality. For example, after working on his tech venture from 9 to 5, he goes back to work on his creative business until 9 p.m. But before his AI company was a reality, his day was flipped. He'd work on music before dipping into his tech side hustle well into the evening. It is why he advises young people to reframe how they think of their time off, work, and their current 9 to 5 reality. I'm not really paying attention to this reality, he explains. I'm trying to bring that one, a new business venture or idea here, and focusing on how do I get people who believe in this dream to help me materialize it. So for that, you have to make some type of sacrifice to bring this thing that doesn't exist here. From that perspective, work-life balance is not for the architects that are pulling visions into reality. Those words don't compute to the mindset of the materializers. He goes on to say, I didn't party. I was always a square. You work too much, man. Let's go out. Like what? Go out, blah, blah, blah. This conversation he's had. And he has one more thing. Let's see, it was something else. Like on Christmas, for the last 12 years, I could celebrate Christmas with my family. And then on the 26th, I fly to China because that's a dream maker heaven. Anything you want to make is there. So that's Will I Am. And this is kind of his daily work routine from 7 to 9 onward there. Will I Am, the work-life balance. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think what he's really saying is you gotta have that third world mentality, you know? Like you know, I was talking about it in the monologue, John. I don't know if you heard it, but man, bro, this nigga, he collected my money for parking, and then I went into the 7-Eleven, got something to drink. This nigga was in there working. And then when I woke up this morning, this nigga hopped out of a broken down truck because he had slept there the whole night. Bro, the dude, his dream did not stop. It didn't even stop when he was dreaming. The nigga was still working. Yo, I had never seen nothing like that before, man. And
I was dying laughing.
It was so ingenious to me. You know, let me buy this broken down truck, park it up at the truck stop, and just sleep on that motherfucker and work at 7-Eleven all day. Look, bro, the nigga had it figured out, man. And to me, that's you know, I don't know. I feel like niggas gotta stop dreaming so much and just get to it. You know, like stop all that goddamn dreaming. Just work hard, man. Figure it out. You'll get there, man.
Y'all been hearing about all them Teslas getting keyed, man? Oh, they bringing charges on these motherfuckers.
Yep.
Yep.
And spray painting. Yeah.
Yo, these motherfuckers gotta be real stupid to do that shit if it's cameras on the cars, bro. God damn, how stupid could you fucking be? Unless you cover up your face or something, but they're just doing this shit all over the country.
Yeah, you know, I think they're too stupid to know how many cameras are really on those Teslas, man. They don't even know.
Are they really cameras like all over the car? Is that what it is?
All over the car, man. All over the car. You gotta ask Get Crack. He got a pink Cybertruck, so you gotta ask you gotta ask Get Crack. But yeah, man, they got cameras everywhere, man. They got cinema style cameras on those things, man.
No shit.
Yeah,
bro, they're killing Elon Musk and Tesla, bro. You take a look at this, bro. He's under some serious trouble. They're gonna force him out of the White House, bro. Look at it. Tesla sales plunged 40% year over year in February. You know, I imagine the insurance on the cars are going up. Sheesh. You know, maybe you'd get one cheap if you could afford the insurance.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to hit rock bottom so I can go cop me a cheap ass Tesla, man. They gonna be like 10 grand soon, man. The way this shit going. I pay cash for that motherfucker.
Someone said you get a 2022 Tesla for $20,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's only gonna get worse.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What did they used to be? Were they expensive?
Hell yeah, man. Them things was over 100K at one point.
What?
Yeah. And you know, Hertz did a deal with Tesla and they bought a shit ton of them. So Hertz is like selling off all their Teslas now too, because you know most people, if you're traveling, you want to get a rental car. Most people are not trying to get a fucking Tesla, man.
Yeah, hell no.
You gotta live in a major city for that shit.
And be willing to be inconvenienced, and for the charging. You know, it's interesting here. Like a buddy of mine, he talks about it all the time. Like he has a shit car, kind of like I have. And he's like, the insurance is high as hell, even on an old ass car, because so many federal government workers have Teslas. Them some bitches are expensive as hell. You know, and if you hit one, like I guess the repair bill is pretty high on them shits.
Oh yeah.
So, it causes the insurance to go up for everyone. And now all these people are getting their cars victimized by, people who hate Tesla, which causes the insurance to rise even more. I mean, it's like, damn, you can't win, can't win for losing here.
Yeah, nah. So why do you think they're gonna have to force Elon out of the White House?
You know, his father said something about this recently. Let me see if I can find it. The article. Elon father company. And I'll see if I can find it.
Hungarian said Teslas have satellite view. God damn. I say I didn't even know about that camera. God damn. Got a lower Earth orbit camera. God damn.
Here's one video. Here's one article right here. Elon Musk filed a warning in November for Elon to leave his companies for politics. It could be a costly mistake. See, there's video of him.
Yeah. And you know, I just, you know, and I'm kind of agreeing with his dad, but you know, I don't know, man. I feel like Elon, you know, he's probably got all these AI algorithms playing out the different, you know, all the different, you know, ways this could play out. I feel like he's gotta, you know, he's gotta know that this is just a downtrend for Tesla right now. But
now it's interesting. The liberals are going very hard at his business, sending cars on fire, stuff like that, which is gonna, you know, I mean, I wouldn't want to buy one, and I imagine I'm not the only one feeling like that. So we'll see. I figured they would do this to him though, because they did the same thing with Starbucks when Schultz was tempted to run for president. He started, like, you know, fucking with the Starbucks. Remember what happened in Philadelphia and all that kind of shit. This may be Spielberg.
Stock of the day. Let's throw up that 1 minute timer clock. My stock of the day is, in fact, Tesla. Every day, this company.
I thought he was going to be talking about his dad here. But anyway, his dad is saying that, where was it? Elon's dad is saying he's struggling to balance his leadership at Tesla. His father saw this coming back in November. He warned him in an interview with El Arabiya. His dad expressed concern about Elon taking on government duties, saying it would be a big concern if he had to step away from board meetings and company leadership. At the time, he acknowledged that Elon was well suited for improving efficiency in government. That's pretty much all he had to say.
yeah, I don't think the issue is with the cars though. I don't, you know, I kind of disagree with his dad. I think the issue is political, and I don't think he could really. I just don't see him being at board meetings and being able to, you know, stop the cars from getting keyed and set on fire.
Yeah, you know, him entering politics caused that. You know, that's why a lot of successful businessmen stay out of politics, because they have some retail product typically that can be protested into, you know, into oblivion. You know, to be quite honest with you, they have runner mobs, man. It's nothing to run a mob and you sit them in front of a business for, you know, 30 straight days. You know what I'm saying? And no one will go to that business. You know what I mean? With protesters outside. So anyway, very interesting there. Elon Musk.
I did want to, before we get out of here, I put one video in the chat, Universal, of, it was on the Joe Budden podcast, and I don't know, it was just too funny.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull that up, too.
You can sure you have to leave us like this and just play.
Yeah, put it audio. Gotcha.
But this is some philosopher. I'm not sure who they were listening to, but Melissa Ford made a comment, and God bless Melissa Ford. You know, very beautiful woman, even in her older age, very beautiful. Yeah. But not the brightest bulb in the in the box.
Exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, "Wow, Eve, here we are at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die, and all our dreams come true the instant that we have them." And Eve said, "Yeah, it's just not enough, is it?"
No, that's not funny.
I was just waiting for more.
No, that was kind of his point.
Oh,
that's kind of what he was saying.
I mean,
I learned a lot about women.
God bless Melissa Ford, man. God bless Melissa Ford. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know, man. When I saw that, it just kind of reinforced my idea. Most women are just not funny, man. They just they don't even get when they're the joke. They don't even get it.
You know, I never thought about that till you've been saying that over the last couple of months. And every time I see a female comedian or a woman tells a joke, I think about HB.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do think they're funny, and sometimes I'm like, damn, he was right. It's pretty funny.
I mean, you're gonna have some outliers, but I'm just saying, just in general, women are not funny, man.
No.
They are, and it's like they don't even understand comedy, man. They don't even understand the joke.
Yeah, I have a theory too that women can't answer a hypothetical question. Have you ever tried to ask a woman hypothetical?
Yeah, it is really tough. You gotta like dumb it down for them to like get it. Yeah,
Test it out.
Yeah, nah, it is hard. Like for guys, I think we're just naturally, we always think kind of hypothetically, just because we're always thinking of like the best and the worst case
scenarios. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So we always kind of think a little bit more abstractly, you know. But women, I don't know, they're a little bit more I don't know, they're just like a lot more focused on the here and now. They don't really think as abstract as guys do, which actually makes them a lot more, you know, passionate too. You know, I'm hilarious. Yeah.
You know, I'm not opposed to finding out. So you need a laptop?
Yeah.
I like some of the comments you made today.
Well, Stanley agrees with you, Sin. He agreed. He said you are hilarious, but he put it in air quotes, so I don't know how. I don't know if he's being See, Stanley's hilarious. Stanley's funny, but he doesn't even try to be funny.
I guess before we get out of here, let's call that broke ass nigga one more time.
One more time for the bro. We'll close out.
He sent 300 this morning.
With some black excellence. Let's go.
Black excellence. Legal excellence. It should be ringing.
We can't hear it, John.
Let me see
There we go. There we go.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Hey, I see you sent 300 this morning.
Yeah, I sent it.
What, did he pay you?
Yeah, he paid me.
All right. When you plan on paying the balance?
What's the balance?
Man, I think if I gotta go figure this shit out, you ain't gonna want to pay that. So let's just come up to a round amount that you think you can pay in a very short period of time, and then we just go from there. How about that?
All right.
When you get paid again, when you know you're gonna get paid again.
Supposed to be this Friday, but probably gonna be Monday.
Why you think it's gonna be Monday?
Just for the shit that just happened this week with this check.
Did he tell you why he was so late paying you?
Yeah, apparently a client was supposed to pay him. That's how he was gonna take care of the payroll, but the client was late paying.
Oh, yeah, damn. And you working now?
Yeah, I'm actually, well, I'm in the room right now, but I'm working remote today.
Oh, okay. All right. So, hey, man, so I'm going to check in. What's today?
Today is Tuesday. 25th.
So when should I check in on you? Will you have better clarity on if you're gonna be getting paid on Friday?
Thursday.
All right. Now look, this how we're gonna do it this time, right? I don't have time to be waiting on you all night long Friday, like I did the other night, right?
Yeah.
So on Thursday, you kind of need to get your mind right that if he don't pay you by Friday morning, I don't have time to go back and forth with you all day. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So you may want to check on him. He don't give you any certainty on Thursday. You may want to start packing your stuff up Thursday just to get ahead of everything. And if you pay you, then well, you can always unpack. Right?
All right.
All right. Sound good? All right.
All right.
All right.
Damn.
Someone said telling me about donating plasma. Maybe I should do that.
Donating plasma is crazy. Damn, I ain't never been that fucked up before. Donating plasma is crazy.
Me either. Hey, anyway, I guess we better get out of here. It's been a good stream.
Yeah. Man. So he's just working in the room. He's just working.
Yeah.
Oh man, he ain't working, man. That nigga just woke up, man. You woke him up.
Well, he must have woke up and sent me a text. Sent me the Cash App. I mean, I'm just letting him hang around, to be honest. This kind of slow, so fuck it. Anyway.
All right, John. Any final words?
Yeah, no final words, man. Support the channel, guys. HB2N, me, John Galt, Universal, Portia, Jay, our wonderful editor, and the cantankerous Stanley Cross and Get Crack.
Cantankerous. Yeah. See, we're gonna end it. Let me see. Unless you guys wanna do an open panel, I still got a couple of hours on the clock. I'm not gonna lie, but
I put the link in the chat. I know Stanley will hop in this motherfucker.
I'm gonna hop off in a second, but I'll close out with a video.
Oh yeah, let's
really quick.
And if you gonna be able to come back.
Yeah, I might be able to come back a little bit later. I gotta deal with my kid, get her medicated up and fed yet again. But I hope that we all can have a great week and feel the love as little Boosie did from his old childhood teacher.
Yeah,
Boosie Badass, the gangster. Watch this emotion. Watch this. Who's that baddie? Hello.
Yeah, there was some bodies in there.
Mm-hmm. Look at Boosie. Aww. I wish we all feel a mother's love. I mean, a teacher's love. I mean, a lady's love, like Boosie did at some point in time in our lives. May God bless you all.
I saw that video and I saw Tommy Sotomayor commented on that video. He like, I knew it was gonna be a white woman.
Who else would it be?
Man, the love these niggas got for white women, man. I just do not get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't know.
She's still young though. How old is Boosie? Ain't he about 40?
Yeah.
He's got to be in his mid-40s.
Yeah, HB. You know what? You guys ought to support the show. Get HB. While HB is going to extend the show, you guys should send a cash up to HB2N. He'd be going trucking here. Well, he's still trucking. Always trucking.
Yeah.
Trucking, and you come up and keep him company as he goes over the road here.
Yeah. We still on the road with it. With it.
I am also working on a potential interview on Pretty Privilege. I have a lady friend who would like to come share some thoughts on Pretty Privilege. So if you guys would like to entertain it, it'd be fun. It's not Lolo for the folks who are wondering. Somebody else.
No, I think Pretty Privilege is a real thing, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like money privilege. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the Urban Landlord clips. We put all of our clips over there from our shows. You can get it in a distillable manner over there. And I'll be back, HB.
Okay.
All right. You want me to drop the link for you?
Yeah.
I can stick around a couple minutes. If anybody wants to come up and have some conversation, we are going to drop the link now. The link will be in the chat. I haven't checked to see if it's posted on the channel. I don't think it is, but just check the chat. It's posted now.
Yeah. Definitely pretty privilege is definitely a real thing, you know, especially with like when you see those, when we were looking at those convicts, the pictures of those convicts, one thing, nobody asked what did they get, like what crime did they commit? Nobody asked that.
Did you even care?
I don't care. She could be killed 3 people and 2 kids. We don't care, man. If she pretty, I don't give a goddamn. It's just the way of the world, unfortunately. You know. So if you are pretty, you know, thank God that you're pretty, because you know, if you're ugly, especially if you're an ugly woman, you know, it's gonna be gonna have a lot of dark days for ugly women. You know?
I had a conversation with this woman over the weekend, and she had some very honest and open views on pretty privilege. She's a woman of a certain age, and she's pretty. She's very pretty, and she was laying it out, man. I was like, man, you should come on the show and talk about this. So if there's other women who want to come up and talk about pretty privilege, maybe we can put together kind of a conversation, because it is a thing, and it does. I think it has always been around, but especially in today's world, it is a huge advantage. You know, as I look at YouTube and I try to pay attention to the business on YouTube, I see some of these creators, they have absolutely no substance, nothing to talk about, but they're pretty and they do crazy numbers.
Yeah. I think Here for the Tea could be on that show too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
She's got.
It's a family affair.
Probably pull Lolo up there. Lolo could be up there.
San Jose. There's a few here.
Yeah. San Jose too. Yeah. San Jose. Yeah. Slick Rick said it's never good to be ugly. Yeah. I mean, you know, some girls like ugly guys though, you know. Some guys like ugly girls too, you know.
Matter of fact, there's a popular song out right now by Gorilla where she says she likes her man with a little bit of ugly.
Yeah.
But ugly guys may be coming back. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Glorilla's capping though. I don't know. I don't know.
This is an interesting perspective. I see more less pretty women in relationships than exceptionally good-looking women. That may be a question. Why is that? What's going on?
Yeah. I think
I agree with that actually.
Yeah, I think that's because the women that aren't as ugly, they have to like work on their personality, or that are a little ugly, they got to work on their personalities a lot. And guys, you know, listen, you don't really. It's all kind of the same once the lights are.
You're going out a little bit. Reset what you just said. It sounded good. Good.
No, I was gonna say once the lights are turned off, you know, it don't really matter how pretty she is at that point, you know, especially if she got a decent body, you know, she could throw that thing back.
Yeah, I would say most dudes will, if the body's banging, they will overlook the prettiness for sure.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. Slick Rick said him and Stanley are super studs.
You know, I did have a stud story for today, but we'll save it for next time. It's very fascinating.
Man, yeah, I do like the stud stories, man. I have very small experience with the studs, so
I'll give a sneak peek, but we won't play it because we don't have enough time. But this was a couple, and and unfortunately, it ended tragically. But it's interesting how it all happened. It's interesting how it all went down. So we'll save this one for next time. Yeah, I pulled this one up. I figured, since we've talked about studs enough, we might as well bring this one out.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that chick from Abbott, the Abbott school, the little short.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She's
Abbott
going
Elementary.
through Abbott Elementary. Yeah, she's going through a divorce right now.
Yeah, Queen.
From her white husband.
Yep.
And it's been like a big topic, and I'm kind of like torn on this, like this you see all these black guys that are mad that women are divesting and stuff, and I just really don't understand the vitriol that a lot of black men have towards black women who date out. I get why the women do it, but I don't understand why the guys do it so much. What do you think that is? Because honestly,
good question. Good question.
Because honestly, like that girl from Abbott Elementary, if I saw her at the club, I'm not even looking at her. So I don't even understand why guys would be like happy or rejoicing that she's getting a divorce from some white guy. Like, what is the obsession? I don't get it. Do you think it's like a tit for tat type of thing? Like because they're mad? Okay.
Yep, that's where I was gonna go. It's hating. They're just hating. It's because of all the flack that black men get for dating outside of the race. I mean, even we talked about passport bros earlier. Like the amount of flack people get for becoming passport bros, it's the same thing. So it's just men being bitter and having a negative response back at women, like just to get back at them. Because honestly, I mean, she's cute, but she's not somebody that the majority of men should be complaining about.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like for the most part, like when I do see that, it's usually black women that most black guys wouldn't be into anyway.
Right.
Like a famous divester would be Whoopi Goldberg.
Right.
Like niggas, nobody was really mad when Ted Danson, man. Like, bro, you
right.
Most niggas are not complaining, but nowadays it seems like any black woman that dates a white man, she's like the scum of the earth or something. It's like, bro, most of these women are not. Nobody's checking for them anyway. I don't get it. Garion says most of the women that he sees that divest are better looking black women, in my opinion. See, I don't agree with that. I don't know. I see a bunch of women that look like this that are divesting. I see. Maybe it's more so in Hollywood and stuff, and in politics. But I don't. I mean, how many Kamala Harrises are there out there? It's probably not a lot.
Yeah, same with Gabby Sidibe. Ain't nobody really too mad that she divested, unfortunately. Even though she's a great feminine woman.
Yeah. Sin too. And I agree. Like divesting is different than just dating out. I agree. I totally agree. Like I think divesting is kind of sick, but you just date out. That's a little bit different. Yeah, Gary. But see, cooking with Kaya, like a lot of black guys do like cooking with Kaya. She wouldn't really have like cooking with Kaya could get a universal, like she's not struggling for options or men.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, she definitely bagged me for sure.
Yeah.
We'll have a good summer.
Yeah. Send her more than a laptop.
Hey.
Cooking with Kaya. Yeah.
cooking on a beach.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hold you too long. I know you gotta take care of the babies. The
Yes,
babies.
All right, I dropped the link, so if folks want to come up, this is a great time to come up. I'll hang out in the back for a little bit to give you some support, HB, and then I'll probably deposit about 10. So
No. I think I'm gonna end it just because
okay.
I'm kind of going through some. I'm going through like the corn fields of Kansas right now, so I'm probably gonna drop in and out anyway. So
Got you. Well, we appreciate all the folks coming by this morning. We'll be back in a few days.
Yeah.
Gone Trucking will be back, I think, later this week, though, right?
We'll see.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Somebody was going live.
Yeah, stay tuned. All right, Universal man. Always great talking to you, man.
Absolutely.
Always
man.
great talking to you, man. And hope the baby gets better soon.
Yeah, she should be fine. She's kind of running around now, so I think she's feeling better already. So we good.
Oh yeah. I did want to ask you, did she ever get chicken pox?
No. Actually, none of my kids have had chicken pox.
Wow.
Yeah, but my oldest will be 12 this year. None of them have had chicken pox.
Damn.
That's crazy. I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah. No, I remember because when I was growing up, we got it on purpose.
Hell yeah. I had chicken pox at least twice. I think I had it twice.
Yeah, we got that shit on purpose. I don't know. I don't think kids really get chicken pox.
What the hell happened to chicken pox? I haven't even thought of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
What has happened to chicken pox?
Yeah, we might gotta look into that.
Yeah.
We might gotta do it.
For real.
I gotta look into that because something ain't right, man. I don't
something
know.
ain't right. Damn. None of my kids have had chicken pox. It's all been fevers and colds. That's it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what chicken pox is.
Yeah, that was some crazy times, chicken pox, man. I remember scratching crazy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Laying in bed, itching. That's what the hell's going on. Shit, man. Chicken pox should have been first COVID, man. Take us all out.
Yeah, it might have been why COVID got crazy. I don't know.
That's a really good question. I haven't thought about it till you said it. Like we have not seen any chicken pox up in this crib.
I'm sure Stanley knows.
Of course. That's because these kids have so much yeast in their diets. You motherfuckers don't read.
Right. Kids ain't reading no more. That's why they get chicken pox.
It's the fructose corn syrup that is blocking the chicken pox gene. You dumb MAGA motherfuckers should know that.
Yeah, he'll try to find some way to blame MAGA. Yeah, Lord and Savior Elon. Yeah, you are not black excellence. That's why you don't have chicken pox.
Yeah, that's right.
We love you, Stanley. We love you, man.
We do love you, Stanley. All right, man. I'm out. HB, take care. Peace.
All right, man. Salute Universal Jones, man. All right, y'all. We're going to get up out of here, man. Thanks for watching another episode of The Morning Roast with your hosts, HB2N, Universal Jones, and John Galt, the man with no empathy. If you wanna buy John some empathy, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and of course, hit the Cash App, $HB2N. John Galt is he's looking for empathy, just like the Cowardly Lion wanted a brain and the Tin Man wanted a heart. We got to get John Galt some empathy, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the yellow brick road. We're going to get John Galt some empathy. We're going to have a new episode of The Wiz. It'll be another Wiz. We're going to find some empathy. Anyway, man, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. And as always, God bless America. God bless the chat. I'm out of here, y'all. Salute.
Feel like I should feel